Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? What's up? What's good? Welcome. We got a lot of chat to go through. Okay, so I wasn't planning to be this late, and I'm very sorry. But like, I have like a pre-stream ritual. Um, and I'm not gonna tell you all of it because there's a lot of it. But one of the things that we do on the pre-stream ritual is fill the water bottle. It's one of the things we do. And today, I was going a little too fast, and their water went everywhere as I'm pouring it. And so my kitchen might look like a pool right now. But hi, everyone. We're gonna go down to the chat here and just kind of say hi to what's up to everyone. Samuel, Super Samuel, with the first yo in the chat, as well as redeeming the first in the chat. Welcome, Samuel. How's it going? DG, yo, what's up? Thank you for the follow, by the way. I saw that. Appreciate ya. Chris Blaze, thank you as well. I saw you followed about 24 hours ago. You came here early. Coming in early, coming to hang out. What else we got here too? We have Thank you for that follow. Oh my goodness. Amesy? I think it's Amesy, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Sammy, you got it. Mama Lisa in here. Hello, Mama Lisa. Hello, Mama. Becca, thank you for the follow. And hi. Supporting the, you out here supporting the mans, I see. Let's go. Peanutty. Hello. Good day. What's up? How's it going? Um, what picture for Seth that is? What picture is that? Is that what you meant? That one is the Twitter PFP. Who was asking that? Nova. Who else we got here? Um, Long time no speak, Seth. Just heard about the podcast and Discord, so I thought I'd join. DG. DG, well, thank you. We appreciate you coming in and saying what's up. Thank you so much. CJ, what's up? I seen you here. Y'all know each other? What's up, CJ? How's it going? Good to see you, buddy. What else we got here? So proud of you. I'm proud of him too, Becca. That's one thing we share in common. um, let's go. We're excited to have him today, though. We're very excited. Let's go. Yo, thank you. Thank you for that dono. Excuse me? What was that name? What did he say? But thank you for the dono. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Oh, and hi. Amy, did I say that right? Did I say that right? I haven't got that message if you have said anything. I don't know if oh, maybe I'm just going through really slow. I'm going through really slow. I'm sorry. Trying to win the race in the first person. Yeah, super. You're killing it. Oh. Let's go. Thank you, CJ, for that 1 month gifted sub to Amesy. I hope I'm saying that wrong, right? Because now you got the shout out, and yeah, you're good. Okay, perfect. I said good. Okay, awesome. Oh, thank you, Becca. You're too nice. Let's go. Yeah, if you guys would like to follow, you're more than welcome to. I'd love for you guys to follow. However, we do have a saying here. Follows, subscriptions, donos, they are greatly appreciated, but they are never needed. What I ask for is your time. That is one commodity that you can never get back. And so I'm very appreciative of time. Follows, subs, donos are all bits are all very nice. I will happily take them if you'd like to. And it definitely, what I will say is this goes directly back into the stream. It'll directly support kind of what you guys see and how this goes, and maybe more giveaways, which we'll talk about in a second. So as far as that, I thank you. But time is what I'm asking for. Is if you guys come in here, hang out, that's what we're there for. That's the first time I've ever been gifted a sub. Thanks for taking my gift sub, because oh boy, Ainsley. Well, we're glad it was here in the Brengraw residence. We're happy to have you. If you guys haven't already, join that Discord. That should have popped up when you got that sub, or when you follow, or if not, exclamation mark a Discord will get you that link. Yeah. Well, every time back, I'm like, whoa. CJ, yeah, no kidding, eh? Where is Beck the dev? Not Beck FPS. Where is Beck the dev? Missing her today. I think did I? No, I didn't get to the bottom. I thought I got to the bottom. I was so confident too. All right, AMC. I am gonna just kibosh everything I just said there. I am very sorry. I'm not, we're just not gonna talk about it. All right. So thank you, Samuel, for putting that exclamation on Discord, AMZ. So a couple things to talk about here. First things first. We have mod applications that are open right now. Exclamation mark mod will give you that form. Let's go. Thank you. Let's go. CJ giving a gifted sub to Becca Shorty, or Becca FPS, as I'm probably going to refer to her now. Let's go. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. This guy's nutty with his gifted subs. He is nutty. So we're saying though, exclamation mark mod. That will give us the. I'll give you the command. Donovan just posted it there. You can join our team. We have a little thing coming up, a little event coming up that's getting some traction recently. And for those of you that enjoy Rocket League, I want you guys to listen up. Some of you guys might be new here, and if so, welcome. We're very excited to have you. Uh, we are doing a little thing. It's called a Rocket League tournament. Exclamation mark tourney. Exactly. You see that number? See that number at the bottom of the screen there? What it says there? $500. Got that money. And thanks to Sleepy Wizard 404, we have been sponsored. Sleepy Wizard is a Facebook gaming streamer. She will be on the stream later this month, closer to actually it's the Tuesday before July 3rd. I'm drawing a blank on that date though for some reason. But so let's see here. What is that date on there? That should be that'll bring us to June 29th. Will be the stream that Sleepy Wizard comes on. There's no buy-in for the Rocket League tournament. That's a great question, Nova. No buy-in at all. Yes, that's right. So go sign up. It's a duels tournament. You could win up to 500 USD, and there's no buy-in. So there's really like, if you got a day to spend, and like I said, this is what we're all about. We're spending time with each other, hanging out, making friends. Brent, let the people know, is there an age request for the requirement for the tournament? There is no age requirement for the tournament. However, if you are under the age of 18, you must have a parent sign off so that we are able to give you that prize money. Everything's on the form. Just go fill it out. If you have any issues in the Discord, the kids, we call them, the mods, will help you out with that if you need any help. We are happy to help. If you need anything from me as well, I'd be happy to help as well. But yeah, so that's going to be happening on July 3rd. We're going to be hosting 128 teams. It has changed a little bit. I will keep in mind is for every 30 teams that participate, that number will go up $100. Keep in mind, you got to bring in some friends. Yeah, a month of practice, exactly. I have no chance. DG, I hear you. But I would say sign up because you never know. You never know what happens. Because at the day of, maybe someone doesn't show up. Maybe the grand champs just don't show up, and you just clean house because you're there. You would be surprised. So I don't know. I wouldn't put it past anything. I'm just kidding. We don't have any grand champs or anything like that right now. Signed up. However, wait, there's grand champs. No, there's not. I'm kidding. However, there is sipping, you make me thirsty. I can't. I wish I could stop, CJ. However, the right now kind of the average right now is about plat. That's the kind of like the average rating right now, I would say, of the teams that are in right now. So join in, bring a friend, get some friends. Maybe, you know what, DG? Get some friends who are even worse than you then, and get them in there. And then the prize money goes up, and you can just knock them off, and you're good. I got carried rank champ 1. I'm literally brand new. I mean, AMZ, then bring that friend in. It sounds like it's a good carry. So, with that, exclamation mark tourney, it'll be on all stream long. So if you want to go sign up.
Great, Bren.
Oh, thank you. That scared the hell out of me. I was like, oh, Barley's here? That is, by the way, Barley's voice as the "You're Doing Great, Bren" thing. And that's probably the most we'll hear from Barley today, considering it's an early stream and he's probably asleep. But thank you for the "Doing Great, Bren" Seth. Without further ado, today's guest is a streamer, a designer, and a visual editor. And that is just the beginning of his resume.
You're doing great, Bren.
Aw, thanks, guys. Our guest is creating waves on Twitch with his consistent streams and his interacting chats, as you guys are well aware, and welcome. Today we hope to ask him deep questions to know where he comes from and how he sees life. Please welcome SethFPS, also known as Seth, to the conversation. Welcome, Seth. How's it going?
Good. Very interesting wake-up call.
Right?
Not used to the mornings at all.
No, me
So-
neither. No, you what's it called? There was a little bit of panic. I don't know if you heard me say this at the beginning. There's a little bit of panic. So, you did join on time. So I mean, I'm not mad. There's nothing. There's no issues at all. We're all chilling. But there was definitely a little bit of panic when I messaged you like at 10 or well 10:30 my time, and there was no response. Jack, what's up? How's it going? Are you here because you saw something that talks about Rocket League, Jack? 'Cause I know you're a Rocket League guy. Um. Yeah, so there was at 10:30 I shot you a message up my time and I was like, or well, I guess it's our time technically because we're both in the same time zone.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, no reply. I'm like, all right, you know what? It's early. He's got lots of time. He knows when to be here. And you showed up on time. But I was the panic when it hit like the time and I hadn't heard anything and then I hear do 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 and I was like, okay. So
Yeah,
uh
no, I have a really, and Becca, my girlfriend, she can contest to this. I have like a really hard time with replying to things. So it's not that I was ignoring you. I was just doing stuff on my own. I
you're
came here.
good.
I came here.
You're good. You're chill. You're good. Justin T, what's up, guys? How you doing? We're doing great, Justin. Thank you for joining. How are you today? Um, so we have a couple things here. First off, the first thing that we do on every stream is the two truths, one lie. I will add right off the bat to anyone who is new here and to yourself. I am atrociously bad at this game. I think I'm right now, which is probably more impressive than anything. I'm sitting, I think, at about 50% right now for my ratings for how I've been doing. However, we're about to change that today. I'm gonna get another one right. So please, we're gonna start off right off the bat here. Two truths, one lie. I'm gonna give you the floor. Let us know what is your two truths and one lie.
So I had to write these down because actually, ironically, this is actually kind of hard for me.
Okay.
It's weird. I had it backwards too. I was able to get the lies quicker than I did the truths. So, I don't know why. Okay, but anyways, so here's my two truths, one lie.
Let's see.
It's I used to work for Cirque du Soleil. I
Okay.
can't I can't have kids, and I've met Michael Jackson.
Oh my goodness. Okay, one
So
sec here. So Cirque du Soleil can't have kids and met Michael Jackson.
yes.
Damn. Okay. So can we get the poll running here, please, Donovan, if you can? Let's run that poll. Perfect. Thank you. So now he def met him. I don't see. You could knock off two things. If you worked in Cirque du Soleil, you could have met Michael Jackson. So that's the thing. However, I've heard a little story recently. Well, the second one. That's why I'm leaning to the second one is a truth. It's a truther. We got chat. By the way, if you guys haven't already, go hit in the poll. Go let me know what you guys think. What do you think is the lie? What's the cap? So we got the first one is that Seth worked in Cirque du Soleil. Is that's it? Just plain and simple. Just worked in Cirque du Soleil, right?
Yes.
Okay. The second one is he cannot have kids, and then the third one is he has met Michael Jackson, right? Michael Jackson,
Yep.
right? I got the right MJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, Mary Jane, who we mean? So no one's saying for Cirque du Soleil. Okay, so that must be something that some people know. Easy number three, Chris says. See, I usually go with chat. Chat has messed me up once. I will say that. You guys are very adamant on number three, which is meeting Michael Jackson, being the cap. Oh, you guys are okay. So we got no someone up for one. We got a bit a little split right now. It's trending towards number three. I will say, number two, out of mind. Not a question for me. um, however, I would still like to hear the story, and we'll talk about that in a second. Oh, it's number 300%. CJ says. I will say, I don't know though, because like with the I'm really interested to hear about Cirque du Soleil, but I feel like Cirque du Soleil might be the cap. But I also there's not enough information on there, and I don't want you to give any more, so that's okay. But there's not enough information for Cirque du Soleil where I'm like, your girlfriend knowing the answer, who is she? If you guys haven't already, vote. Another few moments there left on the poll. before it closes up if you haven't already. Got a really good amount of people that have already put in there, which is awesome. It's great. We love to see it. We are trending to number 3 right now, and I don't know. I last stream I went with the chat, and they let me down. However, the stream before that we went 2 for 2 on right answers. So I mean, that's where I'm like, I'm feeling like that might be a thing to go with. You gotta go if you haven't done it already. Vote right now quickly here. We're gonna finish up this poll and then we're gonna see what I think and then we'll go into seeing what it is. So quickly if you haven't already. Number 1 is worked in Cirque du Soleil. Number 2 is can have kids, and number 3 is met Michael Jackson. So number 3 is coming in first here. I think I got it wrong. Amesy. Okay, well, we're about to find out here. I'm going to say, personally, we'll find out here. Amesy. All good. There's a chance that I'm probably gonna get it wrong. So it's I think I got it right. I think I'm gonna get it wrong. Let's see. You guys are stressing me out because I'm thinking, okay, you guys vote number 3 now, and now I'm gonna vote number 3 and I'm gonna look like an idiot. Now I'm like, okay, you know what? We're gonna toss it out. Oh boy, you guys are killing me. We're gonna go with final answer that you have met Michael Jackson. I almost said Jordan.
Yes, that's the lie.
Let's go. Run that success. Let's go. Awesome. Alrighty. Okay, so we have I think this is the first time ever we're over 50%. Thank you, chat, for helping with that one. Let's hear those stories. Okay, so first off, let's start from so the first one is the last one, the lie there is a complete fake, you said?
Yes.
Never met him.
Yeah.
Have you ever met anyone? Yeah, go on.
So working in Cirque du Soleil, I like how you brought up like, oh, Cirque du Soleil, it's a possibility that I met him. That almost was the case. It was like like 2006, and they had offered him to come backstage, and he almost did, but this was also during the allegations that he was going through. So they couldn't, they let everyone else meet him, but us, the kids, couldn't meet him.
Oh, that's rough. Okay.
Very rough.
Was there anyone else that you met?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I met any good names? Yeah.
Oh yeah. George Lucas, Tom Cruise, Gwen Stefani, Hugh Hefner, Stan Lee, Trump. To name a few.
That's crazy. That's a big list there. Wow. I was expecting like 1 or 2 maybe, but that was like 5 or 6. Wow. Okay, so tell us about Cirque du Soleil. How did that come to be? How did you end up in Cirque du Soleil?
So this is like I was beginning of first grade. My dad, he worked for Cirque on one of the bigger production based things, and during the time they were looking for candidates to basically portray the Beatles when they were younger. Okay. And luckily with a like circus acting family, I pretty much had all the credentials filled out for me. I had like, gymnastics, I had an acting persona, I had pretty much everything filled in for me. So my dad put in my name for them and went into an audition. I went against like 3 other kids. And ironically too, it was so funny because I remember during the audition, I was super like shy. I didn't want to do anything stage related. And I still got picked. And I feel like the other 3 kids, they were way more like, not only mature, but just more out there. Like they were perfect. And I thought I was just not going to get it. And lo and behold, so I ended up going to Montreal for creation to learn the whole process, go take choreography lessons and get more in depth with acrobats. And man, I did it for 4 years.
Oh, that's awesome. So how old were you? You said you were a kid. So how old was that?
9.
Okay, so you're quite young. Okay, so that was 9 to 13. Is that right?
Yep.
Oh wow. Okay, so making that money young.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other one, the second one. So you cannot have kids. What's the story behind that?
Same thing with Cirque. So, if you've ever watched the show, which I imagine most of you not, we basically portray the Beatles when they're young, and it's like just going through like the war stages, like through World War II when they were growing up. And one of the acts, there's a lot of debris everywhere, and where I'm set on stage is on a really big, large, broken down clock. And there's a part during the act where I have to pretend that I'm falling, and below me is actually a very sharp object. And one of these days, I accidentally missed the bar I'm supposed to grab onto, and just went full frontal, uh, scrotum to the pole, and severed it open, and had to get rushed to the ER. Um, but during that time too, stage, how it's designed is it's got lifts, and they're very like highly pressurized lifts, like built by NASA type shit. And so I don't know if I can curse on you.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. So yeah, one of those things. And during I was crying, bleeding on stage and everything. Luckily, one of the other performers saw me, and like they had to shove me down under towards the basement while the stage was slowly compressing. So like it was like a matter of seconds before I got completely squashed and killed.
Oh,
Like,
jeez, that's traumatizing.
yeah,
Oh my goodness. Oh,
very,
and so
very
I'm assuming this was during a live show then.
it was, yeah,
Oh
2,000
my
plus people watching.
damn. I wonder if anyone like, do you think anyone would even have noticed? I think
No, because at the time, so when the stage is down during this act, we're actually secretly taking bricks made of foam, and we're shoving them down into the basement because it's like cleanup for us. Basically, we're doing choreography at the same time, but we're also that's the main goal is to get all this crap back in there, and so we're down below stage. Like they can still kind of see us if they're up high, but it's so much smoke going on that you probably can barely tell that I'm bleeding and crying out loud.
that makes me hurt. And I think from seeing chat that makes them hurt too. We all kind of felt that, I think. Damn. And then so I guess did you find out right away that you were sterile?
No, I did not. I ended up doing a checkup like a few years later. Actually, like this is during like a sports physical for public school,
Mm.
and they mentioned stuff about it, and I was like, oh, okay, well, let's I guess just do a test or whatever. And got a test done, and came right back with negative results. So I was like, oh, okay. So
How's you feeling on that?
indifferent. I think that it's I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess it kind of sucks in hindsight because everyone wants kids at some point. But
Mm.
personally, for me, and I guess I'm at a young mindset, but I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. I don't think I want kids.
And I mean, if you're really super interested, you could always adopt or foster
Yeah,
something like that if you need to.
exactly. There's always alternatives. Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, thank you for the love, Sam and Peanutty. Appreciate the love. Thank you so much. DG. Wow, I love this when this goes off. This is awesome. Thank you guys. Justin, CJ, appreciate the love. Thank you to all you guys for sending love. We feel it. Chris, Donovan, appreciate the love. Let's go. Keep filling that box up full of love. Oh my god, exactly. That's why it's the $10 or the 10 allowance points. So you guys can spam the heck out of it at any point during the stream. Thank you for the love. We appreciate it dearly. $10. Yeah, it's an expensive. Love is expensive, Donovan. Started a chain reaction. You did, Sam. You did. So yeah. So that is Two Truths, One Lie. We are above over 500 now, which is good. Hopefully we can stay over that 50% marker. Now we're going to go into a couple things. But first, to yourself, I want to remind you that all these questions are up to your comfort to answer. If you prefer not to answer a question, please feel free to let me know, and I will stop asking that question immediately. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable during any part of this.
For sure.
In addition to that, if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask them at any point. There's no, if you're going back on questions, if you want to just ask a random question, totally fine. That's part of the show. Thank you, CJ, for the gift sub. We appreciate you. Going to Justin T1, I was gonna say Justin T123 would have been hilarious, but Justin T1213. You got the gift that you did, Justin. Welcome to the best buds. If you had something already, exclamation mark Discord will get you into our Discord where you can hang out with us, and chill with all Discord. Thank you, Donovan, for posting that up so fast there. And yeah, if you guys have any questions for us, there is a channel points redemption that you guys can use to ask some questions. So if you want to throw some questions our way, you're more than welcome to. However, we're going to go into a segment that we call quick questions. Just as a side note to you, Seth, this doesn't mean you have to speed round them. The only thing I will ask is just if there's any stories for them, just leave them till the end, and we'll bring them back at the end. You don't have
Okay.
to like blurt out an answer. It's all good, and we're not going to time you or anything like that. It's not like Fast Money on what is it, Family Feud. It's just a way to kind of get you firing, get you warmed up for the questions in a few more minutes. Um, it's mostly favorite. I think it's all favorites. It's all favorite questions about you, of things that you like and are your favorites.
Gotcha.
Um, if you guys have any questions, feel free to use the channel points. We will be waiting on the those until we finish quick questions, though, so just keep that in mind. However, starting with quick questions here, we're going to start here. What is your favorite color?
Black or white?
Okay. What is your favorite food?
Steak.
Oh. What is your favorite drink?
Root beer.
Okay. Thank you for that follow. Smoking Houdini. What is your favorite number?
7.
Okay. What's your favorite movie?
Come back to that one.
Okay. Who's your favorite influencer?
I'd probably have to say Giddy is another streamer.
Giddy. Okay. What is your favorite vacation that you've ever taken?
I took a trip to Florida to take a cruise to the Bahamas.
Okay. What is your favorite animal?
The snow leopard.
Snow leopard. Okay. What is your favorite season?
Winter.
Hell yeah. What's your favorite way to spend spare time?
Playing video games.
Video games. Alrighty. Well, that is quick questions. We're gonna go from the top and work our way down back and actually, you know what? Sorry. What is your favorite movie? I'm coming back to that one again.
I'm a huge movie buff, so asking me that question is like asking a guy to search for a needle in a haystack. If it had to be like a classic movie, like one movie that I'd have to watch for the rest of my life, it'd be The Goonies.
Okay. Okay. Um, we'll come back to that in a second here. Thank you, by the way, for the follow, Galaxy King. We appreciate you and that follow. CJ, I do see that question. Don't worry, we'll come to it. Just give me a few minutes here. Welcome, Galaxy. We're glad to have you here. So first thing, your favorite color, black or white? I'm pretty sure that's a shade, but it's okay. You can.
That's
Let's go.
fine.
No, I'd say that honestly, that's probably one of my favorite. I'm actually surprised. I'm usually wearing black on most of these streams. Yeah, no, it's those are good ones. I'll allow it. Favorite food is steak. Where would you say would be best place to get a steak if you were to get one right now?
Homemade,
Oh,
simply because yes. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some great like steak restaurants and stuff like that, but nothing beats actually cooking your own steak, especially when you have like a smoker or grill to use, because then you can really customize the steak as your own. Make good seasonings, good toppings for it, or even like condiments. Anything on the side, mashed potatoes, asparagus, great pairing.
I have a question. It's not for you. It's actually for Becca because I see she's still hanging out in the stream here. Becca, does Seth actually cook?
Cooked meats, cooked meat.
You cook meats? Okay, okay. Thank you, by the way, for the love. Oh my goodness, you guys are pushing down my feet here. Give me one sec. I see a lot of love coming through. We got love from
You're doing great,
Galaxy.
Brent.
Thank you for the doing great, Brent, Justin. We got Galaxy Peanut and a lot of Galaxy. A lot of Galaxy. Thank you for the love. We appreciate it. I'm normally the one that makes it at home too. You actually, I'm actually impressed. If you do the meats, that's awesome. That's good. Um, and then root beer. Is there a favorite brand of root beer?
No, not really.
No?
Any root beer. It's the main kick of the vanilla extract that root beer has that really gives me, because I like vanilla Coke too. Anything vanilla related really. But root
Alright.
beer really has like that cool like taste to it. I don't know why.
Sam, well, welcome back. You didn't miss much. We did quick questions here. We're just going through the questions right now, and right now we're just getting a lot of love from Galaxy King right now. That's kind of what I'm outlaw. Thank you for the love, Galaxy. We appreciate you. If you're heading out, thank you for the follow and thanks for stopping by. Normally I cook most stuff. I have a culinary degree. Wow, Becca. Look at that. That's crazy. Whooping up that good. No wonder Seth likes steak. He be eating good. Favorite number is seven. I saw someone put everyone's favorite number is seven. Um,
That's true.
is there
It
a
is.
reason behind seven?
Halo, actually. I know
Okay.
it sounds cliche, but Halo, the big number that they always invoke in their series is the number 7. So gotta like I gotta just kind of rep it.
Okay. So, I mean, it's a good number. There's nothing wrong with seven.
Yeah.
OX, thanks you for the follow. We appreciate you. Scroll down here so I don't lose those questions from earlier as well. Goonies. So favorite movie you said is Goonies. So I want to add on to something here. We were talking here. This is pre-stream. I don't usually talk to most people before stream. However, I kind of broke that rule with you because I think our friend group's aligned a little too well.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's all right. It's not going to break the fun that we're going to have here today. However, this question has come up before of what your favorite movie was because you mentioned that you were a film buff, and you said I'm not. You said the kind of similar thing. You're like, I'm not gonna answer that. It's not happening. Type of thing.
Mm.
And then
I changed it.
you
I
changed.
said
You
I said
said
Army of the
you
Dead. Yeah,
did,
I
and
did.
so because of that recommendation, I was like, okay. Lead up to the pre-stream, I try and do some sort of research. And so
Huh.
I qualified watching that movie as research for me. To see kind of like
Okay.
what you're about and kind of what was your interest and stuff like that. And I took that recommendation. I actually took two of your recommendations. I don't know if you know that.
I,
Um, I'll lead to it in a second here. So I watched Army of the Dead. If you guys
mm.
haven't, and you're into that kind of stuff, it is a horror movie. I think it's actually a mystery technically. Um, I don't think it's actually a horror technically, but I wouldn't say it was a horror.
Horror comedy. It's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of quirky remarks there.
There is. I would. That's probably better stated. And so, if you guys haven't, go watch that movie. It's a really well done movie. Um, it is Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead. Yes. Um, you've seen it 200 times. It's been out for 2 weeks. What do you mean? Yeah. No. Okay. I was like, excuse me. Yeah. Army of the Dead. It's a great movie. Um, Go check it out. It's one of the ones. But I actually did on your recommendation. And then the second recommendation, I don't know, it wasn't so much of a recommendation as much as you kind of telling me about it, is that we were on Discord. If you guys haven't already joined the Discord, !Discord will get you in there. Um, and you saw my screensaver. My screensaver is a game that I never even knew was a game. I thought it was just a cool picture. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So if you guys follow me on Twitter, !Twitter, I put a tweet about actually playing the game. It's called Firewatch. If you guys haven't played the game, fabulous game. Um, Very beautifully done. Um, and um, yeah, it's just a beautiful game in itself. But you mentioned how it was a game, and I never even knew that. I thought it was just a screensaver. So, um, sorry, hang on. I see a comment that's caught my eye here, and like I said, there's no reason for anyone to um be subbing, following, donating. I ask for time. If you guys are willing to give me your time, I'm happy. However, Galaxy King, I see your guessing number between 1 and 100. Get it right, one sub. 3 guesses, and each guess I will tell you higher or lower. We're gonna pause for a second because I love a little bit of a game show and a stream. We're all good with that. Um,
He did this for me
Bren,
actually yesterday.
sorry, he did this for you.
Yeah.
Okay, he said Bren will sweat. So I'm gonna actually, Donovan, can you post a a poll for me? The shortest that you can do. No, thanks, Donovan. um, we're gonna do 3 numbers. Can you guys throw some numbers in chat for me? What on the poll? I'm gonna let chat decide the first number for us. We're gonna start off there because I'm about 7. I like that. Okay, we'll toss 7 on there because that was Seth's favorite number. I think that's fair. What else we got? I see 99. I see 88. Let's see here. I want some more here. Throw me some numbers. 69. I was thinking that too. So maybe throw 69 in there, Donovan. I only want to do 3 though. I don't want to do too much because I don't want to put too many numbers in there. Anything else? 7 is the first. No, just hang on, Galaxy. Hold on. Pause a second here. I see 57, 73. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do. We'll base this off of kind of. I'll do one, and I'll let the FPS family do the other one. So we're gonna do 7, 69, and 73. Donovan, if you can post those as a poll for me. So if you guys throw in the poll, let me know which number we should pick first, as the sub don't know. Get your votes in. We have 7, 69, 73. We got a short little poll going here. Hit it up. Whatever you guys throw in there, we are going to guess first as the sub thing here. We will come back to quick questions in just a second here. I just that was I don't know, threw me off. I was gonna we'll see. We're not doing this all Stream Galaxy. I'm just making that very clear. We're doing this once because I thought this is content, and I'm all for the content. I wasn't expecting it to be this big. um, Now we do it big. You do this to yourself. Exactly. Well said. Currently we have a tie between 7 and 69. Okay, I see 69 moving up. Get your votes in. Get them in quick. That poll seems like it's a very long short poll. How long is this poll, Donovan? Is this a minute? It might be. Okay, so we got some words for 69. Statistically, 69 is the best option for first guess. I was thinking that too, AMZ. That's why I was like, maybe we do 69, but I wanted to also give it to chat. Because you guys helped me through the two truths, one lie. So, I mean, I think it's only fair that you guys help me through this. I mean, I'm just gonna keep on doing guessing. This is similar to my favorite drinking game where I have people pick a number between 1 and 10 and chug liquor for how many seconds they pick. Oh my goodness. Donovan, too crazy. While we were waiting for this poll to quickly end, if you guys haven't already, exclamation mark guest. That'll give you all of the links for our lovely FPS Seth. I don't know why I said backward. Seth FPS. You can go follow him on the Twitch and the Twitter, and go check out his website. He's got some dope merch there, and that's what I'm saving up my channel points for. So go check that out. I currently have it was also a 3-minute poll. Donovan, a 3-minute poll. So let's go. We're getting to the end of it, but that's all right. Use this time now to go and follow Seth on all his accounts if you have not already. We didn't put it in there just because we go off of what the guest gives us. However, I know that I'm pretty sure there's an Instagram and a TikTok. Am I right?
There is, yes.
Okay.
I honestly have SethFPS on pretty much everything.
Perfect. So go follow that. If you guys haven't already voted, there's currently a tie on 69 and 73. So don't make me choose, because but let me know what you guys are gonna put there. We got currently a 5-5 tie on 69 and 73. 7 is fallen very low. Ooh, 69 coming in with another one there. If anyone to tie it up or bring it up anymore, let's see. I see a breadcrumbs. Welcome. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out with us. How's it going? So we are currently ending this off. It looks like it's going to end on yes, it is. So it's going to end on 69. His Instagram he doesn't use. Yeah, that social media again. Actually, what's you got a pretty active Twitter though. I'll give you that. King Galaxy, as you see, our number that we're gonna pick first is going to be 69. This is the first guess. Yes, 69 is our first guess out of 1 to 100. Where we fall on that line. How do I know you're just not changing the numbers? You don't? Yeah. He's just like changing them every time. It's like saying, oh damn, scratch that one out. He's not okay. I'll trust CJ. If CJ seems to know, he can be trusted. Okay. It's lower than 69. All right, chat. We're doing this again. We're doing this again, chat. What is the number lower than 69? I'm going to throw in 1 here this time. Donovan, can you switch the poll so it's only 1 minute? Because this is going to take an hour if we do this for 3 minutes every time. If it's any lower than that, too. So I'm going to say, I want to throw in the numbers here, but I want to put one number. I want to put number 5. That's my favorite number. So number 5, you can throw that in there. What else you guys here? I gifted 2 subs to Seth last time. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, she was trusted. All right. What were the numbers last time, Seth? Do you remember?
I think one was 74 or 72. 74, 72, or 73.
Okay.
And then the second one, I think, but it was like 1 through 10,000, and I only got 1 guess. And he was like, if you get it right, I gift you 100 subs. So get it wrong. I was like, It's like, oh, bet. So I think I just picked 99, and it was 101. So out of 1 through 10,000, pretty close.
Okay. So let's see here. I see 37. Let's go 37. Let's pull 37 in there. I think 37 is a good one. I like that because it's a flip of the 73. And then we'll do our first winner of today, Samuel. We'll put 8 on there. So 5, 37, and 8. Donovan, you can throw those up. So this is our second guess. Let me know what you guys think for the second number here. It's going to be a quick poll, so quickly get in your votes. It's already up there. It's 5, 37, and 8 are the 3. Thank you for the 1 minute now, yeah. Losing a whole stream to this poll here. I see 8 is pulling in the lead here. While that poll is up, I got to know about the question. That's right. Let's do that. We'll kind of double up on here too. Is the CJ asks, how does Seth get his hair looking so damn good? I am interested as well. How do you do that?
Just a lot of upkeep and maintenance on it, man. I've had this hairstyle for God, I think since the start of freshman year,
Okay.
so a while, and it's I don't know, just became kind of a fad for me. Just use like a hair dryer for like 2 minutes, and then use like this like paste,
Okay.
rub it through the hair. And if I ever need to, it looks like really. And if I ever need to, like if I'm ever going out someplace, I'll do like a quick spray of hairspray.
Okay. We do have another number here. Thanks to the chat here. So 37 is going to be the next number, Galaxy. Please let us know what is if that is lower or higher. Oh boy.
How you doing, baby?
No, it is
Bravo.
lower than 37. All right, chat. So that means it is 1 to 36. Clip it. Yeah, clip it exactly. It's 8. Sam is very confident in 8. So let's. What are you guys thinking? Let's show me some numbers here. I'm interested to see what you guys think. What do you guys think for numbers? I see a 23. Okay. 23. Oh, we got a lot of 23s. You guys are very confident in 23. Okay, can we throw a 23 in there? Hint. 1 digit. Okay. Has the hints worked before? Do we know?
He didn't give me any hints.
He didn't give you any hints. Okay. Man's age. 1 digit. See, 1 digit could mean literally 1 digit. It could also mean no. Actually, no. I don't know.
1 digit off.
That's why. Oh. Okay. Now I'm thinking about. Oh boy. And then I'm also thinking of maybe it's okay. It's 110. Okay. He's helping us out here. All right. We're gonna start a poll. And I'm not kidding, chat. I'm gonna let you guys choose. I'm not gonna change this anything. I'm gonna do 3 numbers, and I'm gonna see what you guys think. Y'all are gonna make me sick here.
Almost a crap ton of numbers
right
now.
Okay, I'm gonna say 8. I'm gonna keep with 8. We're gonna go with Seth's favorite number and my favorite number. So my favorite number is 5. Seth's favorite number is 7. So 8, 5, and 7. Those are the 3 to choose from. Can we run the poll for 1 minute, please, Donovan? If you can, that'd be lovely. Thank you. Last guess, exactly. So it is either 8, 5, or 7 is the ones we were going for. It's 5 minutes now. I actually looked at it. I was like, oh no, please no. But while we're doing this, while you guys are throwing in the chat or throwing in the guesses on the poll here, we're gonna ask another question from Amesy. Do you prefer your beard shaved or grown out, and why don't you let it grow extremely long?
I don't let it grow extremely long because I actually don't like too much facial hair. I think that's gross. I don't know why. And then I do occasionally I will trim it, like shave it down, like because every guy has like that problem where overgrown hairs like go up towards the cheekbone, and it looks gross that way. So just kind of maintain it, keep it nice.
Kind of like a shorter, is what you prefer?
Yes. Yeah, but honestly, like what I have right now is perfect.
Sarah, what's up? Welcome. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Six Flags, yo. I didn't even know theme parks were open. That's pretty dope. 7. So your favorite number is the final number that we're gonna pick. Galaxy, please let us know. Did we hit or no? We did. That'd be kind of cool. Could you imagine losing a pencil or pen in your facial hair? That'd be kind of crazy though. Hey guys. Oh boy, I'm not repeating that one there, CJ. Um, what else we got here? While we were waiting for good for me, bad for you.
Plus
It was three.
three.
Sorry, that's all good. No worries. Thank you. That was fun. I appreciate you. Galaxy, if you'd like to, we're live every Tuesday. You're more than welcome to stop in. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for the content there. We'd be happy to hear some love. Anyways, I appreciate that. That's what I need. Like I said, time is worth more to me than your money. But I do appreciate the content though. So, but thank you for the love. We appreciate the love. And there you go. There's not a gifted sub, and I think it's the someone
Got
who
one
deserves
anyway.
it. Sorry.
So got one anyway.
Exactly, and I mean, it's in a turn of events. Exactly. Thank you, CJ, for the gifted sub to Galaxy King, a well-deserved gifted sub, if you ask me. We're gonna go through the questions for the guests. I will say, and I don't know if you guys knew this, there's only 5 guest questions per stream. However, because you guys use them and they're good questions, I'm going to allow you guys to use 2 of the questions for me. I just put Seth or some sort of like FPS or something like that in before that, just so we can make sure that we relate it to him. So yes, welcome. How's it going? Nice to see you over here. Welcome though. Glad to see you here. We got a question for you, Seth, coming from a DG. What is your favorite fast food? So we know it's not KFC because that's where you popped your here.
Actually, no, it wasn't KFC.
Was it
It
not?
was no, it was Jack in the Box.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, yes. What is your Aaron V? Welcome. Thank you for the I was gonna say the gifted sub, but it's not a gifted sub. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So what is your favorite fast food?
Would you guys consider In-N-Out to be fast food?
Personally, yeah.
Yeah. If
I,
that's the case, then definitely In-N-Out.
for sure, yeah. Like that, I think that's yeah. I mean, it's. I see why you asked that question because it's almost not fair. You know what I mean? Like it's so good, it's almost not fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I would agree on that one. Peanutty asks thoughts on sporks. I feel like this is a question you've gotten before because I saw your face when you saw it read it the first time.
Yeah. It's like this one person that's rarely in my chat. All they ever do when they come in to my stream is like all they do is just give me like random facts or like random anything involving sporks. And it's like we'll be doing something completely irrelevant to sport, like not even talking about food, and that's all he brings up. So it's become like this meme in my channel that we talk about sporks for no reason whatsoever.
What's called? We had that's came up in ours before once. It's not as bad as the question that I'm about to ask you, which is our question that we ask over here. So what's called? So you have the sporks lore that goes on in the SethFPS side of Twitch. On our side of Twitch, we have another question. But just before I go that, Becca, I saw that you say you go once a week. If in Canada we had an In-N-Out that was near us, I'm sure me and my girlfriend Alyssa would be there every single day. We actually we had a layover when we were going to, where was it? I think Orlando. We did a layover in LAX, and we literally left the airport, went to In-N-Out, and came back for our flight because we were so eager to get In-N-Out. So yeah,
In
no,
and out. Oh my
we
god.
totally understand it. It's yeah. Um, but our question that we have over here, and we ask almost every single guest that comes on the podcast. So you, my friend, are no different. And if those of you who haven't seen it, exclamation mark a TikTok. We actually made a clip out of the last one because it was so funny. No pressure, by the way, just a question. Thank you, Seth. Wow, Seth is one of my mods. I never knew that. Appreciate it though. Is toilet paper over or under?
Let me actually go look because I live with other people, so I guess they're gonna decide my fate. So let me go look.
Sounds good. Well, you guys are hanging out here. Thank you, CJ, for updating that as well. After, please, Seth, please. I want to say thank you to all you guys for coming in and hanging out, and chilling in the chat. Who we got here? Who we got here? Let's see. I haven't read chat for a minute here, so let's see here what we got. Sporks. Everybody, Sporks. God damn it, Sparks are here. Really though. Yeah. See, I wish we had a In-N-Out over here. I would be like on like a million pounds because like I would be eating it every single day.
All right, it is over.
Let's go. Okay, so we got another one in over there. CJ, get out of here. Let's go. Becca even says shorter. Okay, or sorry, I said Becca says shorter. I read the last part of Becca's name. It says over. Um, over I think is the right way to do. I need like 100 more points for a question. Oh, I unfortunately can't give out points, so I'm sorry. So you might just have to wait, Amesy. I'm very sorry, but I appreciate it because I'm sure it's probably from all the love that you've given us. So thank you. Um, and then I have do I have any more questions. I feel like I missed one. Actually, no, there is one that just came up. I saw though. I said Burger King, bro. Y'all are making me hungry. He said, "Let me go to the bathroom." I forgot. Yeah, exactly. Peanut. um, no. Thank God. Yeah, exactly. Donovan, we got someone who's normal in here. Seth, I can't hang out with you anymore. Says CJ. That's what it's. It actually is a scam, technically. Yeah, I don't know if you knew that. Is apparently being having the toilet paper over is actually a marketing ploy to get people to use more toilet paper. So if you use it backwards, you actually use less. However, I don't care. I am still not a psychopath. I will not be putting my toilet paper
I want to
underneath.
make sure I get every follicle of shit off my ass. So
We'll clip
if
that.
it involves me having if it involves me having to get more toilet paper and spend more money, so be it.
That's exactly with me too. Samuel, is that a question for me or for Seth? I need to know that before I answer that question or ask that question. Uh, 15 years on this planet, and you've only tried three fast food places. Well, DG, there's a lot of things you're missing out on. A lot. There's onion rings from A&W. There's just literally a burger from In-N-Out. I don't know if you tried those. That might be what your those are your three. um, there's literally just like French fries from McDonald's. Apparently they're world famous. I've heard.
They are
Uh,
pretty good.
yeah. Let's go. Oh, I see. I see. You're trying to beat until the questions are done. I get it. Well, however, we have every stream we have new questions. I understand that this is probably a stream you're here for because of the lovely SethFPS. However, that you can always ask questions another time if it's for me. Oh, it's for me. Thanks, Sam. Also, Peanutty, I just need to know too is if it's for me or for Seth as well. So thoughts on sporks? Uh, um, I mean, I would love to have a spork because every day for work, I don't know what I'm going to use, so I bring a fork and a spoon. For a second, I was like, wait a second, is that is a spork a fork and a knife? And then I was like, wait, no, it's a spoon and a fork. So the I would love a spork. I think sporks are great. I think they're good for the environment, if anything, because I don't have to wash two utensils. I can just wash one. So I mean, I'm all for a spork. Maybe
You
we
know,
need to invest. Sorry?
could just keep one too.
Yeah, exactly. Um, Peanut Live said if there is 24 hours in a day, for Seth, okay. So this is for you. If there's 24 hours in a day, if the sky is watermelon, then how many people are born tomorrow? I think that sounds like a question that my math teacher asked me when I was in high school, at least once.
Right. I'm trying to like get back into my algebra stage of brain knowledge. I
Yeah,
don't is the answer periwinkle? Like watch the answer be completely irrelevant to the actual question. I don't know.
right.
Probably none.
I don't know. I don't know if I would have that one anyway. So it's all good. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one too. Okay, so what we're going to go into here though is we're gonna finish up this quick questions here because we have killed off an hour. This stream is never gonna end at this rate. Donovan messaged me. Yeah, no kidding, because of all the questions. Yeah, we love your guys' feedback though. Thank you so much. However, we are here for a reason, and that is for the deep questions. The rubber's answer. The answers. The rubber's
Like,
answer.
oh wait a minute. Is it because the you know the condom is watermelon flavored?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
back.
I got it. I got
Sorry.
it. Real
Oh, that's rough there, Galaxy. Okay, so we're gonna get into this. So you said that your favorite influencer was Giddy. Who is Giddy? Explain. Introduce me to Giddy if you were selling Giddy.
So I've known Giddy personally for like 7 or 8 plus years. He recently became partnered on Twitch for streaming Star Wars Battlefront a lot. He became known from that category because he used to mod the game, and he would run like more legend-based characters in the Star Wars universe, and people thought that was like a huge, like cool, like no one was doing it type thing. So if you're ever trying to grow on Twitch, definitely do something other people aren't, aka what Brent's doing. Um, but no, I digress. Giddy is a really cool and just down to earth human being. He's very genuine. He is always himself. Like he never fakes a persona. Like even when he's off stream, he's the same exact person. It's it's I don't know. Something about him just kind of speaks a great connection between us. So
Love to meet him. Sounds like a great guy.
yes.
Vacation you ever taken? You said it was a cruise. You went to Florida, then you took a cruise to the Caribbean. Is that what you said?
Pretty much, yeah, to
Okay,
the Bahamas.
Bahamas. You said. Okay, sorry. Yeah. What was that your favorite one?
Well, it was for about almost a month. It was we went to Florida. We hit almost every theme park there is in Florida. We went to every four major parks in Disney World. We went to Universal. That was like during the time when Harry Potter just opened, so we got to experience
Mm,
that too.
that's awesome.
Uh, we went to God, I can't remember what the other theme park was. It has to be something relevant to Six Flags, I'm pretty sure. But then we went to the beach, and then from there we went on to a Disney cruise that was 7 days long. We went through a bunch of excursions. We did like swimming with dolphins, deep sea diving, hung out with some sharks, uh, like walked across like this weird boardwalk type thing. Went to Jamaica and to the Bahamas. Super super beautiful, gorgeous, and the cruise itself was amazing. Disney, like I mean, I know it's Disney, but they really fucking set the bar for entertainment, man.
I'm never gonna question about anything about Disney. Disney is
Yeah.
amazing. It's. I mean, there's obviously some questionable things in their company. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to get too
Yeah.
controversial. However, I will say personally, love Disney. One of the best vacations I've ever taken was to Disneyland. When COVID restrictions go down a little bit, around the world, I would love to go to Disney. It's one of the places I'd love to happily go back, and then I get my In and Out too. It'll be so good. So yeah, no, definitely something that in the future I'll be excited to return to.
If
You
you
said,
hold on real quick, if you ever go to Disneyland at some point,
yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been, but if you go, write this down seriously, and this goes to everyone in chat. You ever go to Disneyland, okay? What you need to grab for food is super cheap. Okay, it's called Pizza Planet, and inside they have this pasta called chicken. God, it's not Alfredo, but chicken fusilli is what it's called. It is amazing. It is. You'll never try anything else at Disneyland. It's the best.
Well, so for me, I have been to Disneyland. I've been very fortunate to go, I think, 3 times. I think 3 times, I'm pretty sure, maybe 4 times. Very, very fortunate to be able to say I've even gone once, let alone three or four. Um, but Pizza Planet, I've definitely eaten there. I don't know I can't remember what I ate. I think I had like chicken strips because like I'm a 5-year-old. But I would say is um the chicken fusilli will be something I'll definitely be trying now and when we go there because I'm sure me and my girlfriend have already talked about this. One of the first trips that we're gonna be doing is gonna be Disneyland because that's the one thing we've like thought about this whole time is that's what kept us through quarantine is watching Disney movies and stuff like that too. So
Yep.
Galaxy, if you want to get us the hookup on some tickets. You said your favorite animal is a snow leopard.
Yes.
Okay, so I say,
Sorry.
yeah, you're trying to get them tickets too. We get it, it's all good. Um, what would you say is your why snow leopard? That's very that's different answer from what we're used to here.
Um. So here in Vegas, we have the Springs Preserve and of course Cirque. We did a private they rented out the entire place, which is like our zoo here. They rented out the place, and we went, and I got to hang out with the bobcats, which is a close relative to the snow leopard.
Hmm.
Dude, they are so soft.
Oh wait, you had to touch it?
Oh yeah, no, we
That's
got to
crazy.
yeah, we got to hang out actually because they were like babies and they declawed them. So
Okay.
I know it kind of sucks, but it was still a cool experience nonetheless. But
Sure.
it kind of gave me perspective into the cat kingdom and snow leopards, especially like when we went was around the time when Mac had released the update called Snow Leopard, and I saw pictures and I was like, oh my god, they're beautiful. I need one. So favorite animal for sure.
Okay, that's cool. That's a cool story for that. What is your so you said your favorite season was winter.
Yes.
So that is we talked about this on the last stream. Is I'm kind of tied. I really like summer. I also really like winter. And everyone's like, "Why do you like summer? It's so hot." And I'm like, "Well, not really. In BC, we like our summers get hot, but they don't get that hot. So it's like it's a reasonable kind of weather. However, I like winter for a much different reason. Winter is because it's my birthday in December, and so that's why I like winter. Because snow and cold weather means that my birthday's coming up, and I'm very selfish and I like gifts. So, um, yeah. So that's okay for winter there.
Yeah, no, I winter because of sports,
Okay.
snowboarding, skiing, and also my birthday's in December too.
Oh, let's go. What's your birthday?
The third.
Oh, okay. I'm 27th. All right. Look at that. We got the December covered. We got the
Yeah, no
um.
more December birthdays.
Sorry.
No more. Said no more December
Right.
birthdays.
Well,
Only
actually,
us.
my sister is December. She's right smack dab in the middle of us too. She's the 19th. So
Oh wow.
we got a lot of Decembers. Thank you, Amesy, for the biddies. We appreciate you for that. Um, October here. Yeah. So it's and then for the favorite way to spend time, you said video games. I'm gonna switch this up again. Say, what is currently? I know it's probably always changing. Is what is currently your favorite video game?
Oh, dude, I already know the answer. No, that's one never changes. It's the entire Halo franchise.
Okay, okay. I mean that's fair. That's a good answer. What's crazy is I've never ever gotten to Halo. I started on Xbox really late. I started on PS3 well actually I started technically on PS2.
Huh.
And then moved to PS3. And then when the new gen came out for PS like for Xbox One, I went to Xbox One. And then the um and then I just kind of stayed on Xbox. So I kind of like avoided that kind of like Halo thing, but I know something that I'd definitely be interested. We gotta hydrate, by the way. I don't know if you have a water around you, but let's hit
Dude,
that hydrate up for Galaxy. Thank you for the hydrate. We appreciate you. First person to let us drink today, except for there's been me sipping the whole time. Um, Amesy, I see your question, and it's a lovely question. However, I'm going to ask that later in the stream. We do deep questions later in the stream, and that is very similar to one of my questions. I'm gonna mark it down right now, so that I do not forget it. And we will ask that very soon. So I'm just gonna write down 1, 5, 10. Thank you for the question. That's a great question, and I will definitely ask that later. But near the end of it here too. That is
You're
quick
doing great,
questions.
Bren.
That was more like thank you, Amesy, for the you're doing great, Brent. Appreciate that. That was supposed to be quick questions. That turned into long questions. Thanks to some side content from Galaxy. We appreciate you there. Um, the we're gonna go to some kind of the basic questions. We're only asking a couple because we've eaten some time, but that's okay. We'll get through all the questions that I want to ask today, so that's no problem at all. But the first question that we're gonna ask today is, what made you want to begin streaming?
um, I've always had a huge like nerd boner for video games, and I've never really like I've it's such a weird like thing, man. Streaming only recently had a huge fad, and I've always wanted to do it, and I realized that it's actually there's more to it than just streaming. You can't just turn it on and expect,
Totally.
not only just growth, but just to be a better streamer. You have to really put your all into it. And this is a very vigorous and challenging career path. And I just I need challenge in my life. I can't do anything without a challenge. And two, it I don't know, man. It just the fact that I love video games so much, it really just spoke out to me. I've had plenty of different odd jobs throughout my life, and I've done many things, but streaming it just comes naturally. I'm able to turn it on and just talk. I'm able to just say, intellectual conversation and just be myself. And everyone just kind of respects that. And I feel like I fit in. So
Mhm.
it's something I've always wanted to do. And I'm glad that I'm finally pursuing it.
I'm glad for you too, and I can tell the second I stepped in there. So our mutual friend Cody, who I know is long asleep right now. There's no chance he's ever
Yeah.
seen this, except for in the VODs. But is that he is he? So I said to him, we Cody and I went back since high school, and he mentioned to me that he had some friends that streamed. Oh, cool. It's like let me see who they are. I named off a couple of big ones, and so the first thing I always do whenever I go into someone's chat is see how they're interacting with their chat. Are there someone that interacts with chat, or are they just kind of playing the game, just mindlessly? And that's fine. That's some people get do that. That's totally okay. But for this podcast in this setting, I need someone who's going to be interactive with chat, interactive with me, and overall interesting. And when I went to yours, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, and and you seemed like you were actually having fun with the game. You weren't like just like mindlessly playing a game because you had to, which seemed nice. It was a good switch up from what I'm used to seeing some streamers play as. By the way, we have a hydrate from Sam, so we'll have to hit here. Thank you, Samuel. Appreciate it.
Should have put whiskey in here. Damn it.
You would be on the floor by the end of this podcast. um, yeah, so I can definitely see that in your content that you were you're having fun with what you're doing, and that's great.
Yes.
Um, we are gonna ask a couple more questions. However, we're gonna hit a quick break here.
Okay.
The questions are going to get a little bit deeper. We're gonna still ask a couple like kind of like surface questions at first, but we're gonna roll into the deep questions later in the episode. If you guys haven't yet, there's two things I need you guys to do during this break. It's not gonna be a long break, but it's gonna be a break regardless. One thing. First thing is I need you guys to do exclamation mark a guest. Go follow our guest on the two accounts that he has posted for us in the guest command. You can also thank you Galaxy for that. You can also go check out his website too. I would highly suggest. There's some nice merch in there. I might be getting me one a copy. Yeah, look at that! Look at that! We've also got another thing too. Another command you need to do is exclamation mark tourney. If you guys hit that up, we are having a Rocket League tournament that we are hosting. The winning person is going, or the winning team, sorry, could take home 500 USD. Thank you for the sponsorship from Sleepy Wizard 404. I need to sound like a doctor. The questions will start getting deeper. Peanutty, I don't know. I am far from a doctor, Peanutty. So if you guys are gonna have some time here to go and fill out that form. If you guys play Rocket League, go get a friend, go message a friend right now, and then come right back. We'll be back very shortly. Just after this, a quick little break. Enjoy the TikToks. We will see you in just a moment. My crazy phone's gonna watch this. Welcome to my Twitch stream. What life-changing event have you experienced?
So I was dating a girl, and then it is kind of just like it made me realize like what true love is. I think we were in a relationship for about maybe 3 years, and she kind of just disappeared out of nowhere, and she didn't really tell me why. Her parents showed up, and she gave me a letter. Not her mom did. And just like, oh yeah, she wants to give you this. I was like, oh wait, where is she? It's like she recently passed away. I'm just like that was like a very like life-changing moment to me because like in the letter it says, I apologize for not letting you know what happened to me because I didn't want you to be in the same pain was going to, because at the time she didn't tell me, but she had cancer. I was like, wow, that explains why she was very distant to me towards the end of the relationship. And what the note says, like, I apologize if your outlook on life or love changed because of me, but if you find someone that you truly love, don't let go of them.
But let me just kind of give you the TLDR version as best I can. We are hosting a Rocket League tournament. It is going to be called Bren's Rocket League Duo Derby. We are going to have 128 team spots available, and the winner could take home up to $250 US. So it's going to be a duos tourney. The prize pot starts at $50 as of right now. For every 20 teams that participates, we will add on $50 more. You can sign up right now. Get ready. It is going to be first come, first serve. Keep that in mind. If you are not signed up, if you have a teammate, that'd be great. If you do not have a teammate, we can pair you up at the very end here when we have more singles to pair up with, or if someone doesn't have a partner that shows up at the day of. It is July 3rd at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard, and it is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. What helps you decompress and relax? Because I struggle with that.
Here, let me show you.
All right, gotta make sure I actually hit the things back. Welcome back. I hate when he goes on breaks. Aww, I don't want to see my face in one of these videos. CJ, I mean, CJ, if you really don't want to, I can always take you out if you really need me to. I mean, I wouldn't like to. I would like to keep it on there. However, it's open time. Excuse me? What just happened when we went on a break there? Oh, the doctor comment. Oh, I see. Okay. Make sure you share the podcast. Yeah, please. That'd be great. I mean, if you'd like to, I'd be very happy to. If you guys haven't already, do exclamation mark Discord. That's what I'd love to see, guys. That would be the most exciting for me. Because then I get to hang out with you guys, get to meet you guys, get to know who you are, talk to you guys a little more. You also guys get to we do a lot of giveaways here too. It's not the only reason, but I like giving back to you guys for giving me the time. And we're very fortunate to be able to be blessed by a lot of by some sponsors too, and hopefully more and more in the future. Like our Rocket League tournament, like I talked about before, is that is the prize pool is sponsored by a sponsor. Yeah, no kidding. By special Sleepy Wizard 404. Yeah, if you guys are interested, go sign up for that Rocket League tournament. Exclamation mark tourney will get you there. For that command. But getting back into the questions here. We're gonna start going. We're starting to start going here a little bit more here and getting into those deeper questions slowly here. We're not getting into the deeper questions yet. But the first question I want to ask, and outside of that, beginning the stream, what made you want to begin stream, is going to be, what is the TLDR version of your life? If you had to sum it up for us.
Like, what I just do every day? Is that what you're asking?
Sure. It could be. What I was more thinking is what is from start to finish, like a small little kind of snippet of what, if we were to be like, this is the summary. This is the back page of the book for SethFPS.
Oh, dude, it's it's nothing short of magical. I'm just kidding. It's terrible. No, I actually dead ass. I sleep in for until like noon or 1, like really bad sleep schedule, and I'll like go downstairs. Maybe I'll shower. I'll go downstairs, eat, come upstairs, and then start my stream. Honestly, and I stream for 6 hours. Play any game that I really feel. We actually just yesterday finally decided on a set schedule for games.
Okay.
So gonna
Awesome.
hopefully follow through with that. And then off stream, I'll go grab food if I don't have any food. Otherwise, I'll eat here, and then I'll probably hop in our mutual friends Discord and play games with them until like 3 in the morning. And if I ever want to be productive, then I'll design.
Awesome.
And that's simple.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think that's. I mean, aside from the sleep schedule, that's awesome. But I feel that because I mean, we're usually in that Discord very often together, and not and playing video games to far late into the night than we should be. Yeah, so I hear you on that one. If you were given 3 materialistic things, and keep in mind they must be materialistic, so they cannot be an animal, they cannot be a person. 3 things to make you happy. What would these 3 things be?
Probably. This sounds kind of weird because I don't own one of these, but I think it would make me happy. I'd get a guitar.
Okay.
I want a guitar. I used to have one growing up, and I don't have it anymore. I sold it. But being able to just create music would be really great. And then I would probably pick a TV and a gaming console.
Okay. Is the TV for the gaming console?
Yes.
I will give you those together if you'd like. This question got asked
Okay,
last time.
perfect.
If you want, you can use those together. If you want to use one more.
Okay, so then I would do the gaming console, guitar, and I don't know. It's actually I've never really thought of this question. Um,
It's a hard one, trust me. Someone flipped a question on me a couple weeks ago, and I was like,
God, I've never thought of this before.
so my last one was my fridge. So I mean, if it gives you any, if it relieves the pressure a little bit from you.
What, just an empty fridge?
No,
Just
no,
you
no, no,
want-
no. A full fridge or pantry. No, no. That was the at risk beside it. That it had to have some food in it. or
Okay,
something in
okay.
it.
Um,
Thank you, Ken, for this sending love. We appreciate you here. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. That's a previous house guest of ours, Mr. Ken Carter.
what's up, Ken?
Yeah.
Probably my phone.
Phone.
Yeah.
That's a good one too as well. The phone, guitar, and gaming console. That's a set one there. I see. Another thing too. I just want to ask here, just throw this in here because I saw Amesy ask a question. Would it be acoustic or electric guitar? Good. That's a good
Acoustic. Come on, I'm not a fucking animal.
question. You say
Hello?
acoustic? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, guitars, like electric guitars are pretty cool, but nothing beats acoustic.
Okay.
Nothing.
I would agree with you on that too. And I'm sure our previous guest, Travis James, who's been on here too, would probably agree with you as well. He's a big acoustic fan as well. Do you have any secret skills or secret? Sorry, let me start from the beginning. Do you have any secret hobbies or skills that most people would not know about you?
Snowboarding. Not many people know that I actually go outside. um, snowboarding, building Lego. I love Lego. Huge admirer of Lego. In fact, I have a funny story. I went to Legoland when I was like 3 years old, and I was so excited that on our first ride, I was so antsy with the anticipation to get on it that I ended up hurting myself and splitting my head open.
Damn, you're accident prone as a kid.
didn't even fucking go to Legoland. I didn't like. I was there for like 10 minutes
Oh,
and
no.
had to leave. Like it sucked. But I love Lego.
How old are
Lego's
you?
3.
Oh my goodness,
3
you
years
were a
old.
crazy child.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Okay, so a couple questions based off that. Sorry, I got to ask some more questions on that one now. The first question: have you been back to Legoland since?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. And then the other thing was, is there any other stories that we're gonna run into here about you hurting yourself as a child?
I don't think so. Those are like the like 2 big ones, like the one with Cirque and then
Any broken arms? Any
no,
broken...
actually I've never broken a bone.
Dude, me too. Knock on wood.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, never dislocated, never sprained.
Really, even to a sprain, that's impressive. Because I sprained my ankle a couple times. But as far as like broke, I'm very fortunate. Knock on wood. Yeah, no, not too hard though, Brennan. Exactly. um, okay. So snowboarding, you said is a skill that not many people know about. Okay, that's awesome.
Love to snowboard. Usually we every January or so we'll rent out a cabin and we'll just in Bryan Head, which is in Arizona, just go nuts.
Galaxy, we see the for coming. Oh my goodness, I'm like rolling my words now. Galaxy, we see you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We appreciate the content you provided us today. If you're welcome back here anytime, as well as we'd love to see you in the Discord, !mark Discord will get you there. But thank you for stopping by. Really, really glad to have you in here today, and take care of yourself. Go eat something good for you. Who or what inspires you?
Inspires me? Well, definitely Giddy.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
What inspires me? Probably people that say no to me. Not like just no in the sense of like just saying the word no, but I mean like people that just put me down and deny me. That just makes me want to do it more.
Interesting. I like that.
Like, yeah, if like I had a buddy recently, not a buddy anymore, but he pretty much he tried to get me into like cryptocurrency, and I didn't really have time to. It wasn't that I didn't want to, it's just I didn't have time to. And he thought that I was basically avoiding him. And because he thought that I was avoiding him, he took it out on me and was basically saying like I'm shit at streaming, I'm never going anywhere. I'm like just degrading me basically in the sense. And I blocked him, and since then that's like made me want to do it more. And karma also bit him in the ass recently too. So
we won't give too much out on the doxing side of things, but I think as far as that is I was gonna make a joke and say, you hear that, guys? What's it called? If you want to, what's it called? If you say no to Seth, he'll drop you. But I'm just kidding. But I think as far as that is, I understand that side of it. I was kind of interested when you said no, but I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. That
Yeah,
you said like
there's
no
people
one's
that
crazy.
deny me in like in that sense, not like actually saying no. Just people, you know.
Pushing against the what people have said, the comments, and proving people wrong. I think would be more inspiring, right? Probably the best way to put it.
Yeah. Yep.
Got here. Go through the questions here to see if there's any I've missed here. What is something that you're proud of about yourself?
Learning designing. I never could draw ever, and I just kind of pushed myself and said I need to do this, and because I'm not gonna pay some guy that I don't really trust to run my brand $300 to draw something that could turn out to be shit. So kind of just took it on myself to do it, and I've loved everything I've created ever since.
Fair enough. And I think I've seen your designs. They're pretty crazy. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
One of the first things I actually said to you was, "Who made your logo?"
Yep.
And you're like, "Me."
Yeah, the logo has gone through at least 20 different variations like throughout the years. It's always been a skull, but it used to not have hair. It used to be a crown. It used to have nothing on its head. It used to have no cheekbones. It's gone through so many different variations, man. People would actually make fun of me because of how many times I would change my mascot.
Struggles of being a perfectionist, eh?
Yep.
No, the amount of times I've edited a video and I go back and edit it again and again. I think there's one video I have that I've posted on TikTok that I edited about 7 times, and I'm still not content with it. It's posted, but and I'm not saying which one it is because I don't want to expose myself. But there's 7 of there, and it's I do, by the way. Oh, you saw that. You're already reaching for it. Go for it. Yeah. I want a posture check. Amesey's taking real good care of us today. Let's go. Thank you, Amesey, for the posture check. We appreciate that. Let's straighten up a bit here and get all straightened out. Here. Let's see here. What are you passionate about in life?
Streaming, for sure, of course. Very passionate about Halo. I've been so that wasn't my first game I ever played, but it was the first game that I dived into where I was like, wow, this is like a universe. This is something that someone, really took passion about. I can really feel that just logging into the game. And I don't know, even with the games that are so bandwagon hated right now, like Halo 5, everyone hates that game, but I don't know, man. It's just something about Halo really just speaks to me. I've always had a great fond memory of Halo.
I have 2 things based off of that question here for you. You said it was not your first game, so do you remember what was your first game?
I do. It was Ratchet and Clank.
Great game.
On the PlayStation 1.
That's a good game. That's a game I haven't heard about a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what is so you said Halo 5 wasn't you said a lot of people didn't like it. You said you didn't mind it.
Yeah, Halo 5 was very innovative. They brought a different art style approach. They also brought in a new movement system that was falling in suit with Call of Duty's jetpacks and stuff. So, of course, bandwagon hate at the time. It was man, it's so oversaturated and overdone that no one cares for it. And it was also one of the more lesser known IPs that didn't end up going to PC either. It still does not have a PC port, and I think that's why most people hate it, just because it was too new at the time, and no one was accustomed to change. So, and it's been out for almost 6 years now. So definitely tell when the time's gone.
PNA, thank you for the love. We see that you're heading out here. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us. We hope you'll be back very, very soon. If not, jump in that Discord. Then we can talk whenever we want. I was gonna go into that question. Was what would you? By the way, you also gotta hydrate too. We gotta pop that hydrate too.
Okay.
Oh, don't forget to hydrate yourself. Um, Hi Ben, welcome. Hello, I'm sorry to be late. Just woke up. It's all good. You came right in time for some good questions here. We're about to get into deep questions in a moment here. Um, you said Halo ranking. Or sorry, you said Halo. Sorry, where would you rank Halo? I beat myself to the question. Where would you rank the Halo on the thing? What would be your top one? What would be your bottom one if you had to kind of put it? We're not gonna go through everything, but like, what would be your number one Halo game if you had to rate one?
Number one, and I think every Halo player. This is a little bit bandwagon, but it's true. This is like in terms of Halo, man. It's weird. The community actually shares a valid opinion, and it's weird. Uh, Number one, bam, right up top, Halo 2. Halo 2 has the greatest storyline, best art style that could fit into the Halo universe, like everything about it. It has all of the lore brought into one game, which is why Infinite's going to be such a big ordeal because it really continues Halo 2 and Reach's philosophy. So after Halo 2, it would be Reach, then 3, then 1, then 5, then 4, then Halo Wars 2, and then Halo Wars 1.
Halo Wars 1 being last, is that right?
Yes.
Halo CE was the first video game I've ever played. Oh, that's awesome. So there's someone, there we go. Someone who had Halo as the first game ever, AMZ. That's awesome. I would like to remind you guys before we continue on these questions. A couple things. First, exclamation mark a guest. That will give you all the links for Seth's that we have from Seth. Please go follow him. It'll be worth your time. It's a great investment. That's why we were talking about crypto in earlier there. Great investment to go follow Seth and his stream. He's a very consistent streamer. You will not regret that. Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna call you Red because I think that's the best way we're gonna put. Actually, sure. Yes, great investment. Yes, exactly. Great investment. Also, additional to that too, we are also hosting a $500 USD tournament. We'd love for you guys to be a part of. Hi, how's it going, Red? If you do exclamation mark tourney, we'd love to have you guys in there and join. That's how you can win the giving away $500 that I have in the title there. If you guys would like, please type that in and we'll get you in there. Thank you, AMZ, for that. Oh my goodness, 2 people got it. Who? AMZ got it and Seth got it. Seth got it. Wow, you guys are flying today. Yeah, so I would love for you guys to join there. Yeah, AMZ, go for it. Exactly. Get some friends too. It'll be more fun with friends. That's exactly why we're doing it. Keep in mind, 30 teams. Every 30 teams, we increase the amount. So currently, it is sitting at $100 prize pot, but that number will go up every 30 teams that join. So don't forget about that. Guess I don't have to do anything today. I know, right? Donovan, you get to chill and enjoy the show today, which is great. Yeah, exactly. CJ, you too. You get to just chill and enjoy the show. So that's all we're waiting for. We're waiting for a mod team to take over. Thank you, Sam, for hanging out and chilling with us. You're gonna go and because your Twitch stream is like, I'm sorry to hear that. Posture check too. Yeah, help us officially, please. Yeah, you definitely could. Exclamation mark mod. Yeah, exactly. Go join our team. Do I need my real name? Yes, you do. You will need some certain things. Nothing will be exposing. It's just some these are questions so we can give away money to you. I don't want you guys to think we're gonna dox anything. That's all good. We just need to make sure we have the proper information for certain things like that. Red, thank you for the question here. We're gonna answer that quickly here, and then we're gonna go into some more deeper questions as we go through here. But Red asks, "What is your first job in your whole lifetime?" So my
I was.
yeah, go for it. Yeah, you're all good.
I'm not. Oh, you started. Go.
No,
Come on, T.
no,
It's your.
I'm
come on.
Canadian. I have to let you go first. I legally have to let you go first because I'm Canadian. So you have to go.
Legally, okay. First job in Cirque. That's yeah.
Okay.
9 years old. I mean, doesn't really get any younger than that, right?
Okay. Yeah, you have me beat on that one because I think my first job. So it depends what you qualify as a job, Red. So you have to let me know like what you qualify as a job. Like, is that just a consistent pay schedule? Because I mean, I had like side hustles when I was younger, but I wouldn't call them a job. Like I never put any of those on a resume. But I was making money for them legally. Yeah, exactly. um, yeah, legally. By the power invested in me, I have to I have to let him go first. But I would say, as far as the first job of my life, I would consider as I was a bridal decor assistant. What I did was I went to weddings and I set up a proper job. Okay, so yeah, so no side hustles. That's fair. I went to I did everything. So it was a very part time job. So I would do the day of the wedding. So I would set up everything. So put it all the sashes on the back of chairs. I'd roll the carpet that the bride walks on. I would do like centerpieces, all those kind of things like that. And then when um when that the ceremony was over and everything was done at the very end of the night, I'd go in at like midnight or just after midnight, and we do what's called a strike, where we would take down the everything and bring it back and put them in boxes, chuck it, and then usually the week after we would go into what they called this, I think it was called the studio, and then would we'd clean everything and get everything ready for the next week. So I know, and then Mama Lisa, Mama, I didn't know you were still in here, but thanks. Yeah, no, I was actually an extra in a movie with Josh Holloway when I was 8. There's actually a scene in the movie Whisper that you can see me closing a door as I walk into a hockey arena. And I'm wearing a big poofy blue jacket and holding the hockey bag. I think it's either I'm carrying it or I'm holding it over. The most Canadian scene you can ever see. And yeah, little old Bren in there. I'll have to find the picture and throw it in the Discord too for you guys. Because I know it's definitely one of those cool ones. But yeah, no, that's I forgot about that. But yeah, no, it is. That definitely is something I didn't. I guess that you consider that job too. I guess. I mean, I think $200 for a thing. Um, yeah.
Nice.
Um, let's see here. What we got for questions here for you? Um, are you close to your parents, and why?
Yeah, I am. They're I still live with them. So I moved out briefly for like 6 months, and then I was living with a roommate who actually wasn't paying his HOA bills, so we got evicted.
Oh
So
damn.
yeah, great friend that guy was. And so been living with them ever since, and they're totally fine with what I'm doing. They know that I makes money, so they totally support it.
Well, it sounds like they're in the entertainment business, or at least your dad is, correct?
Well, my whole family is.
Okay.
We all are. Yeah.
So they definitely understand that entertainment is definitely a thriving business and something that's definitely a serious
Yeah.
business, of course.
Yes,
That's good.
exactly.
Hola, E. Welcome. Thanks for popping in. What's up? We're glad to see you. The date of the tourney is so close to the date when I leave for college. I want to join, but if I can't make it, well, I get in trouble. You will not get in trouble. You're all good. If you have a duos partner, we'll pair them up with someone else. So you're all good. You're chilling. Don't worry. Just sign up. We just hope to see you there. Let's AMC, let's say you're gonna be there. Don't worry. It's all good. We'll manifest it. Um, let's see here. I'm just trying to see here what questions we have. We start rolling into the deeper questions here. Which is where a lot of people come in for, is for the deep questions, because they like to see you. They see you day to day playing your things. You answer questions like this, like what's your thoughts on sporks? But now we're gonna get into the nitty gritty, the hot seat, if you will. And no pressure to you. Like I said, up to your comfort to answer. We're not gonna put you anywhere you don't want to be. So let us know if you feel that way. But we'll be looking for more deeper answers for these deep questions. Let's see here. Let's start with, how do you decompress? So on a normal day, I'm sure you're probably you got a lot. As you said, you wake up, you maybe shower, you go downstairs, get something to eat, you come upstairs, you start streaming usually, and then you stream pretty much all day. Eat likely usually after stream, and then kind of go play games for the night. What for you is decompressing?
Two things. One is on the weekends. The reason why I don't stream on weekends is because I spend all that time dedicated to my girlfriend, and she's got an apartment of her own, so we kind of just I use that as a vacation hub, if you will, and just kind of unwind there and just have good time with her, eat good food. 'Cause again, she does have a culinary degree. She knows how to cook. Um, yeah, just hang out with her. We'll go out on dates and stuff. She's like my meditative state of mind. And then beyond that, usually watching movies, going to the movies, and like I said, movie buff. Movies is like my safe haven. So like if I'm ever stressed or just unmotivated to do anything, I'll watch a movie. And usually what I'll do too, and Becca can contest to this, um, after a movie, I'll read everything there is to know on a movie. I'll go behind the scenes. I'll read who made what else they did, find out more about them, like just get involved, almost like as if I was really in into the movie, if you will.
You're
So
doing great,
movies
friend.
movies are definitely my place to be.
Thank you, DG, for the doing great, Brandon. We also got to hydrate from EE, by the way, so we'll have to hydrate up. These guys are gonna drown us here. Yeah, I know, Becca. Wasn't that so cute? That was so sweet. You're his meditative spot. I thought that was sweet. Um, and that's good. I think you need somewhere that you can kind of just unwind. And I
Yeah.
think especially too is having a room as exciting, I would put it, as yours. Like just kind of seeing and stuff like that, and what you've shown me off stream is I think it's I mean it's a don't get me wrong, it's a great room, but it's a work room.
Mhm.
Whether you like it or not. Um
Yes.
and so I think with that is you're kind of stuck with in almost kind of a working state or like a doing something state at all times. And
Yes.
to be able to kind of leave that space and go to somewhere that's just completely relaxing sounds like a great idea. And I think it's definitely working for you from what I've seen. Um, Creator burnout, I've talked about on this podcast a lot, is very, very real.
Oh yeah.
And I think it what it builds up to is what you are doing when you are literally off stream. Who knew? Not me. um, the yeah, so I think that's great, and I think it definitely helps that you got some good eats too when you go over to Becca's house. That's definitely something
Yes.
that to look forward to too. And
She has an amazing chicken. Babe, what was that thing that you made recently? It was like almost like a stew, but wasn't a stew. And it was like, oh, dude, it was amazing. So
well,
good.
after COVID, we're coming over. um, what's called? We'd love to try it, as I'm inviting myself into your house. But no, I mean, we talked about this off stream is that you were interested in kind of you said moving to Canada, and I mean that might be a bit bold to put on stream, but but I would say is if you ever come visit, you're always welcome over, both you and Becca, to come and hang out and chill and we'll shoot the shit. I'll take you to a hockey game too, and we'll have some fun if you're interested in that. And yeah, no, I think it'll be a lot of fun. We'll do some fun things, and I mean maybe we'll take you out to what's called we have a pretty cool bar downtown that's called EXP Bar. It's a total gaming bar, which would be maybe go hang out there. Oh, it's a ranch chicken over rosemary parm and potatoes. Oh,
Yeah.
you're not helping my hunger. But yeah, I can imagine. No kidding. Um, what is one thing that you would likely never do, but you would do for content? And as Seth thinks here, I want you guys to do exclamation mark a guest. Go visit Seth's socials. Go follow if you haven't already. Go check out the website. It'll be definitely worth it. It'll be a good follow request.
Probably tattoo.
For
I'll,
content. Wait, hang on. For content. Okay.
no, within reason, obviously. I'm not gonna just randomly get a penis that says something, for the sole purpose of getting it. I'm not gonna do that. I like talking like hit a giant milestone or like I've done everything else in the book, like dye hair or jump off a building or stuff like the cliche what everyone else does, like
Mhm.
10 million, yeah, or a giant channel point challenge, exactly. Something like just monumental. Like I think I would stop the bar at getting a tattoo because that sticks with me forever. But obviously, I would still let people decide what it would be.
Well, to add on to your Canada trip that you'll be doing after COVID, we have what's called the previous guest on the show
Mm-hmm.
is Pulse Fan City, who has
Yes, I
done
saw that.
what's called they're very or Tamaya is very well acquainted with tattooing penises from what we heard from that episode. So I mean, if
Alrighty.
your channel decides to. I mean,
I guess I know I'm going. Shit.
right?
Who can draw the best dick?
um, that'd be a hilarious contest. I don't think it'd be something you could stream though. But
No.
as far as that is actually fun fact, a little story about that, kind of a side note, is Mama Lisa um message and they had their a tattoo appointment booked. I don't know what happened. I actually never heard anything. Mama Lisa, if you're still in here, let me know what happened with that consultation because I know you had it. I think on the 6th it was. You said it was like 2 days ago. So let me know if that actually went through, or if I just got the date totally wrong, or something happened and got pushed back. I'd be interested to know. Um, that's interesting though. I'd love to see what you guys would come up because I see also obviously have the XO tattoo for your friend. um is it the color? And so I think, but that's awesome. Like I think you're definitely supporting the homies, and that's something that I admire about you, and it's something that I vibe with. Yes, I'm nervous. My appointment is June 10th. Oh, you actually have an appointment date. Let's go.
Nice.
Um, do you have any other tattoos aside from that one on your arm?
Yeah, I have 2 more. So on this arm, I gotta stand up. On this arm, I have
Oh,
the
sick.
Face Clan tattoo, and then I have North Star on my wrist.
That's cool.
But
That's awesome. You would have to take SethFPS to Whistler. Yes, I would. Let's go, because then you could go snowboarding.
yeah,
Yeah, you can show me how you snowboard, and I'll show you how I do not ski because I've done it once in my life, and I mean I like it. I had fun with, but like I that's where I almost broke my leg. I I felt like the little like kiddie hills where like they have like the little like conveyor belt.
yeah.
So I was on there, and I don't know, but my dumb ass decided to be like, what if I just put a ski out? And I got stuck in the snow, and it started like, and like it was still going, and I'm like stuck like down, and like my leg is starting to twist. I'm like, and I'm like, oh, like this is not gonna be
Dude.
good. I don't think
You know, there's signs like right before you get on those conveyor belts that says "Keep all hands, feet, and arms inside."
oh, I can't read, so that's an issue. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm sure there probably was. I'm 100% there probably was. But I was like, but it's not going that fast. And when it was like the slowly like ripping like limbs apart type of like style thing, and luckily like someone saw it and hit the button to stop it. Um, and then it took like 3 people to get me back up because I'm like I was not I it was like the first time I've ever been on skis. Like I've been on skates like since I was 2 years old. I think
Uh,
that's pretty much like a prerequisite to being Canadian. So I mean, I'm pretty good with balance as far as that, but getting back up on skis was just so awkward because it's like you kind of like gotta like twist yourself in weird ways to get
yep.
it to stand up.
Oh, dude, snowboarding is worse. If you ever have you ever? I mean, of course you haven't, but um, scorpion when you are on a snowboard is so bad because one, you're face planting. That's already bad enough, and then on top of that, your legs swing forward, so you're practically doing like a half a backflip, and you can't move your legs because they're stuck. One, they're stuck to a binding on one piece of
Wood.
wood
Yeah.
or metal or whatever your board's made of, and the way you have to get up is you have to twist your entire body one way. So you're facing forward, and then you have to launch yourself up backwards as if you have like a hydraulic push.
Oh,
Like,
weird.
yeah. So
Yes. It's funny. I can't even imagine how you do that. I have to look that up and see how it's done before I'd be able to try anything like that. Huh. Yeah, no. Definitely. If you come over here, we'll definitely have to take you to Whistler. Um, yeah, for sure. That would be a lot of fun, actually. Um, if you could ask a single person one question and they had to answer truthfully, who and what would you ask? And they can be, sorry, I should add too, they can be dead or alive.
okay. Uh, okay. For a funny joke, this isn't who I'd actually ask or what I'd ask, but
Go for it. Yeah.
I would ask Jesus why.
Just why? Question mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. God. Probably. I ask. I'd ask Donnie Yen if he would ever want to do an Ip Man 5.
Okay.
Donnie Yen's he's a actor and a martial artist, like one of the most renowned martial artists in the world. And he's the guy that did if you watch Star Wars, he's the guy that did True Imwe in Rogue One. The guy that was like, I'm one with the Force with me.
Mm-hmm.
The monk. So that's him. Ip Man is he was a world famous Wing Chun martial artist. He basically founded Wing Chun. He also trained Bruce Lee. And
Crazy.
the Ip Man franchise is about Ip Man's life and like what he did. And there's plenty of stories about Ip Man. And I know Donnie Yen would love to do it at Man 5. It's more so the question of with the directors.
Okay. Thing. Also, I saw Becca said when when are you guys planning the trip? So I mean, I think it's a done deal. By the way, Becca, we BC itself has a plan to open starting in September. So I mean, it might have to be after the summer, but hey, I mean, a December trip would not be a bad idea. Actually, it might be a bad idea because driving up there would be a mess. But I mean, we have snow tires; it's fine. um, yeah, I mean, maybe that would be a lovely end to this year is to have you guys come over and hang out. So I mean, if you guys are interested, I mean, I'd love to have you.
I don't know if we'd be able to do it this year, just because she went all out, and for my birthday, she's taking me on a cruise. So
Yo, where are you guys going?
I actually don't remember. I know some part of Mexico.
Okay, Mexico's beautiful. So actually, before the stream, me and Donovan were actually talking about Mexico, the trip that I went to Mexico in 2018. I was very fortunate to get a fully paid expenses trip from a Facebook contest that I won out of all things. We were talking about how I thought it was like a total sham and a scam, and it ended up being like 100% real. It was like one of the coolest trips I ever got to go on. So, um,
Nice.
yeah, so you'll have a lot of fun. It'll be Mexico's beautiful. Amazing culture there too.
Yeah, I've been there a few times.
Yeah.
It's just I've only been to one main place though, which I think was Cozumel, Mexico. It's like a tourist place for cruises. I've never actually been inward though.
Well, if it's not this year, you're always welcome at any time. So don't worry. It's the invitation extends past this year, so don't worry. We are going to hit another quick little break here. However, when we get back, we're going to the deep. I'm going to use my PhD on this one. We're gonna dive deep into the deep questions. We're gonna probe into the deep questions, as you put earlier. So don't miss that. You guys won't want to miss that. If you guys have the time, exclamation mark guest. The Miller Bros, welcome. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. Exclamation mark guest. We'll give you all of Seth's links. Go hang out and hit those up, and go follow him on Twitch and Twitter, and go check out that website too. Also, exclamation mark tourney. That will give you the information for how you can win $500 USD in the near future here on July 3rd. Sponsored by Sleepy Wizard 404. That's where we got the lovely bump up in the money for that, and we're very excited for that, and we thank them for that as well. And their company. We can try planning something for next year. Yeah, Becca, what's called? I mean, Becca, we're friends on Twitter now. I see. So I mean, we can chit chat the three of us now and and get this set up. And yeah, so we're gonna hit a quick little break here. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. It won't be too long of a break here, and then we'll be right back with some deep questions. Catch you guys in a sec.
I was like, oh shit. My 4-year-old brain completely blown. I had never had my ego just taken down like that. I had to think about who did I look up to. Of course, first man that comes in my head, my father. I go up in front of everybody and I say, everyone's like, I want to be a policeman, firefighter. I say, I want to be a dad.
Aww.
Yeah. Yeah.
Recently, I've been asking streamers, what 3 items would you bring to the register if you were trying to make a cashier uncomfortable? Here's what they said.
What 3 items would make the cashier uncomfortable? Condoms, baby food, and icy hot.
What 3 items would you bring to the register if you wanted to make the cashier at the grocery store uncomfortable? 1 carrot, a pack of condoms and lube, extra large. Yeah, well, they're gonna be able to fit around the carrot. Sounds like a fun night alone. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. So,
Question. What 3 items would you bring to a cashier at a grocery store if you wanted to make the cashier uncomfortable? Hemorrhoids cream, zucchini,
That just touches close to home.
and applesauce.
It's the worst dessert possible. You're just making up.
What does love mean to you?
To understand and to value each other's time. Not just that, but also understand the time that you yourself are giving. Because there's one thing about understanding someone else's time, but there's also one thing about like understanding your own time. Love is very time consuming, and also there's a lot of growth. You have to water it like a plant. If you don't water the plant's gonna die. It's your choice on whether you yourself have the patience to water that plant, you know what I mean? And with love, it's kind of just like, if you put too much water, it can die. If you put too little water, it'll die. You have to have like a 50-50 kind of thing. Love is a lot of things.
We're all the same. And until we start seeing each other as the same, there are a lot of problems that cause great ill on the planet that we won't be able to overcome unless we get over that one. The stigma of being different than one another. We might have uniqueness. Like I might have things that you don't have because I'm me. Just like you have things that you have that I don't have because I'm not you. I'm not Brent. We are still we're still the same. You're a human being and I'm a human being, and we're a part of a human system. And nobody is isolated. Nobody's better than anybody else. Nobody is worse than anybody else. We all have something to offer that is 100% uniquely ours. And that is our individual life. Nobody walks up my feet for me. Nobody walks your feet for you. So yeah, the stigma of difference.
What current trend makes no sense to you?
There was a trend where you put your nuts in soy sauce
Okay, yes.
and orange juice, and apparently you could taste it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to say that I put my nut.
Alrighty, welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for all of you who hang out here and watch those TikToks there too. Yeah, what's up? So we're gonna go into some deep questions, where we get to that point in the show where we start asking those deeper meaning questions here.
Cool.
We won't just throw you off the deep end and just tuck you in there. Not that kind of podcast. we will get there at some point. For now though, we're gonna start off slow.
Okay.
And the first question, actually, you know what? We're gonna go back to the question that Amesy asked, because I did promise I would ask that question. So I guess my first question to you would be, where do you see your brand in 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years? Are you satisfied with it?
Currently, I am very satisfied with where I am right now. I tend to not look too much into the future because I don't want to, one, get my hopes up, and two, lead to potential disappointment. So I'd never really think about 1 year, 5 year, or even 10 years. I don't bother to dwell on time. I kind of just live the moment, if you will. So I don't. To answer that question truthfully, I don't really care about the number game. If it be my viewer count, if it be how long I do it for, whatever, doesn't matter to me. As long as I'm having fun.
Good answer. That is and that should be the main reason anyone streams. If you're having fun, I see a lot of streamers that are doing it most because they have to. If that makes sense. Like, and you can it shows in content, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I will admit too, like, because this is my career right now, like, yeah, there are straining moments where I do need to focus more business wise, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to what I want to do, what I want to play, what I,
A lot of
So,
control.
yeah.
Good. It's nice. There's not many professions where you get that control, and I mean, the clients are someone who gets to who have we get to hang out in your chat and ask you about sporks. So, I mean, that's not the worst job you can have for by any
Right.
means.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice that you have ever received?
I've ever received. Probably just consistency, and that's from a multitude of people. That's like my old English professor, from Abel, from um, like all my mentors through Montreal, everywhere. Like everyone's always told me you need to stay consistent if you want to be anywhere. That goes hand in hand if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a streamer, singer, anything. You need to always, always, always be on top of it. You gotta always be working. If it's something you really want, you have to always be pursuing it.
Consistency is key.
Yes.
I like that. I totally agree with that because I think it's something you've even I think on the first stream we rated you, you said that someone asked you like a question. They're like, oh, like what's like I'm starting to try and stream. What would be the best piece of advice you'd give me? And that's what you actually said to that person was, um, make sure you're consistent because if you're not consistent, it's not going to work. There's no way it can work. It's you got to be consistent. It's Twitch itself. You have to be consistent. Like you have to be show up on time. You have to be. I mean, and that's a big part of it that a lot of people don't think of right off the bat.
Yeah. Nope.
You mentioned a name in there in that last statement. We're gonna go for it, touch it a little bit. And I said to you because I know it's on. I know it's something that I wanted to touch on, but I don't want to get too stuck on it. And you know where this is going because I see that big smirk on your face. Is you are good friends with the Weekend, also known as
Yes.
Abel. Thank you for
Yeah.
the host, by the way. Is my main question more than anything, and obviously there's I'm sure there's tons of stories, and I know that you said there's some NDA things that it cannot be commented on it at all. And if I do hit that, just let me know. Like I said, we stop asking any questions as well too. But where did you meet the Weekend?
It was at a nightclub. We were. I was very young. He was of age to be there. We were there for a anniversary party for the Cirque show, and they had rented it out, but they were letting public in at the same time, which is a really weird concept to me. But we were we weren't allowed. It was so stupid because of our age. We weren't allowed to go anywhere near the bar, and we weren't allowed to go on the dance floor. Like, don't know what the purpose of us being there was, but
Yeah, it's just got a haul out. But I mean, hey, you got something out of it, so let's keep going.
yeah. So then I went backstage, or not backstage, in like this back room, very very big back room actually, and it was the VIP lounges, and he was in there. He had a room full of him and a bunch of other dudes, and he came up to us, like all, not just me but everyone that I was hanging out with, and asked why kids were here, and we just kind of broke off into conversation. We didn't exchange numbers, didn't, like, you know, nothing huge there. Didn't really think anything of the interaction at the time, and we kind of went on our way. And then fast forward to like 2015, he was hosting, or 2014, 2015, 2014. He was hosting a tournament, or like a contest thing, and I ended up winning that contest, which was totally like, what are the odds type thing. And turns out he's the same dude. So then that's when we exchanged numbers, got more familiar with each other, and we've been friends ever since.
What was the tournament for, or the contest? I was gonna say hosting a tournament, relatable, but
It was for a few of his merch, a few of his old merch stuff, and which I don't have anymore. It was for like one was like a mesh like tank top and like some sweatpants and stuff like that, like just cliche merch. And I don't have them anymore because they, one, don't fit me, and two, they're old. But and to also go see him live for one of his concerts.
awesome. That's really cool. That's an awesome story. Yeah, I didn't want to touch on it too much, but that was my one interest, is to see how you guys ended up kind of running into each other and other. Amesy, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. I'll stop by if I catch you as well. Yes, please, Amesy. We're happy to have you here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Um, I'll say what's up to you later in Seth's stream as well. Don't you worry. We'll be hanging out there later too today. That's cool. It's definitely cool, and obviously, like I see, obviously you got the necklace, you got the tattoo, and so I mean, it's a homie. You know what I mean? Like, and obviously people identify as the Weeknd as, of course, a big artist and a very successful artist at that. But also too is, I think for you is from talking to you, I personally gathered, you obviously have never said anything like this, but I would say, is I've gathered it's to you, Abel is not just that artist. He's a friend, and he's someone who's one of the homies, and I think that's really cool. And I think um I'm sure he's just as blessed to have you as you are to have him, kind of in your corner and supporting each other and just kind of as buddies. And I mean, at the end of the day, we're all just people. It's not. I mean, he's just a person who makes some really awesome music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Change up the question here a little bit. What social stigma does society need to get over?
Ignorance. I think that ignorance is the biggest key that's feeding into racism. People just being very bigotry for no fucking reason is disgusting to me. Like, they have no real alternative motive. They just hate for no reason. Like, hate's another way of saying ignorance, because they go hand in hand, really. Ignorance is just people being stubborn. They just don't understand the concept of change. They're products of their environment, I guess, but at the end of the day, you decide everything for yourself. So for people to just up and at them, just, I hate this, I hate that, or I'm gonna have a grudge against you because you look weird. Like, I think that's disgusting. I think that's a very bad lifestyle. It's not healthy. Like, we as people are supposed to communicate and prosper together, and being ignorant and just having that kind of lifestyle is not the way to be.
Agree. I think there's so many sad things I've heard in the past, and one of the things I think with Canada, kind of going off of that, is one of the big things is there was a 215 Aboriginal remains found on a residential school property that was found about, I think it was last week. To me, that's horrifying, because I mean, for instance, a lot of people I know were like, when the George Floyd thing happened in the States, and obviously there's riots all over the country, and people like, and it was a very serious, sensitive matter.
Yeah.
A lot of the Canadians were like, well, it doesn't happen here, it doesn't happen here. And it was like, no, it does happen here. It's
Happens everywhere.
and what's called, and just because you don't hear it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. And
Yeah.
that's probably more scarier than actually hearing about it, because, as you said, ignorance is like scary. Like, and sorry, yes, I should add, it was children's remains, not like, and hearing the stories of kind of like what happened. It was like these kids were ripped from their homes to go to these schools, and like, it wasn't like either you come to the school or we kill your family. And it was like, of course kids are going to go to these schools and so, yeah, because they don't want to, they're, you know what I mean, they're a young kid, they don't want their family to die and things like that. And it's so horrific, and it's like, if you ask me, it's genocide, if anything, and it's terrible. And it breaks my heart and makes me sick to my stomach that anyone had to go through that at any point. Yeah, it's super sad. And so, as far as that, I think, yeah, no, is racism and kind of racial thing is just, whether it may be a product of your environment. I don't know. I still don't think it's. I know you didn't mean it as an excuse, but it's a shitty excuse, if you ask me. That's not a good enough for me. And so I would say is, I don't think there really is any excuse that you can use to get out of that. But yeah, no, it's really it's heartbreaking to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not just racism though either. Like, ignorance goes hand in hand with everything. Anything in terms of hatred, like sexual, like talking about sexuality, like especially right now, Pride Month going on, like this is like the moment to talk about it. But there's always going to be crazy thing about ignorance is it's blind. Like you never know who actually has it. It's two-faced. Like with racism, like straight up racism, people could say it up to your face and just be that way. But with ignorance, like they hide it. You never really know how people are. They don't say it to your face out of respect, but it's still there. It's always, and it sucks because it's probably always gonna be there because everyone's entitled to their opinion. But it's just such a disgusting thing. It really pisses me off. Like just like it could be the way people drive. It could be the way that people make your food. Be the way people just perceive you look wise. It goes down to the bare minimum. It can be anything. People, not only does it let people judge you, but it I don't know. I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. It's dumb to me. It's very stupid.
All right, tangents are welcome here, and that's no problem at all. But as far as that, yeah, no, I get what you're saying though. Is it's yeah, and it's no, I think is letting ignorance get away with things that should not get away with is not appropriate. And I agree with that. I think that's definitely a thing that I haven't thought about, but it's definitely something that you're totally right. It's something that definitely does need to be maybe like in parts of it. Maybe I've thought about like whether it be supporting like pride or whether it be like not talking about a racial thing that's happened or things like that. Like that maybe in that sense, yes, I've thought about that, but obviously like not is a kind of a whole. And yeah, it's definitely that's a good one. That's a new one too. That we've never heard on this show. DG, we're glad to entertain you. I hope you're having fun in Minecraft. And thank you for sending that love. We appreciate that. What other questions do we got here? What is one thing that you hope to never forget?
Probably. I don't know, actually. Probably all my trips to Disneyland. I go quite often, and every time I go, I'm never bored. I always have something like, even if I've done it like rode a ride 5 kajillion times, like that's like my second home. Like I love everything about Disneyland. Disneyland specifically too. Not Disney World's cool, but Disneyland is where I grew up, and I hope to never forget about it. Like every moment.
Totally agree. You painted a beautiful picture there. Because I had a couple memories pop back in my head when you said Disneyland. I've never wanted to forget because I can agree. Like I said, I'm very fortunate to be able to go to Disneyland as a kid, and now as an adult. And yeah, it's something it's a very special place, if you will.
Like you could walk by a bench that you used to sit on and be like, wow, I remember that moment.
Yeah.
Or yeah, like the first time you had chicken fusilli, or the first time that you rode the new and improved like Tower of Terror.
What would you say would be your favorite Disney? Let's first off, what would be your favorite Disney memory if you can think of one?
Probably my mom has a picture of it. I actually don't remember it, but she says that it was like the greatest moment of all time for me. She has a picture somewhere. It's like 4-year-old me, and apparently we were backstage at Disneyland, and I was like 4-year-old me, super small me, was inside Goofy's shoes, and I was walking around in Goofy's shoes.
Cool. You have to find that picture and send it in the Discord.
I know. I don't know where it's at.
You have to text mom. Moms always know what those things are.
It's a Polaroid picture. It's like one of these super old. Yeah.
That makes it almost even more cool.
Yeah. Super vintage.
And then so I said favorite memory. What is your favorite Disney ride? And it can be maybe your first ever favorite ride, or maybe your favorite ride now. If you want to change it, it's up to you.
I used to like Matterhorn a lot back before they did the renovation, which made it worse. Okay. The tracks are just so janky. But I think I probably have the most fondest memories on Peter Pan's flight.
It's a good one. Always the line for Peter Pan's flight.
Yeah,
Um,
2 hours long.
Yeah, what's up? We actually used our when we went last time. We used our what is it, the fast pass or whatever. It's called the max pass now. They call it. We use the max pass, the paid one. So the one you have to pay like $20 a day or $10 a day for, per person. By the way, great investment if you're ever going to do Disney trip. But we used that the max pass, and we did. No, sorry, no, stop, because there wasn't one. There was no fast pass for Peter Pan's line. That's why there's always a big line on there.
Yep.
And so we use the early morning magic hours, it's called, to go on there. So we used the extra magic hour, and we literally sprinted from the gate all the way to Peter Pan's, and we were like getting yelled at by like people there saying, "Oh no, no, run!" Everything.
Yeah, that's the ride you got to get to immediately.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd just be packed.
So we gotta. I think we were like, there's a picture of me on that I took on Snapchat, and I was like, I'm literally like half awake, and I'm like, this is too early for flying, and it's like me in front of the sign of Peter Pan's flight. So it's Mama Lisa is one of Mama Lisa's favorites too, for sure. And yeah, for me, I think like, so going back to the Matterhorn, you said, was the so yeah, I mean, Matterhorn's definitely up there on one of my favorites. I don't know much about the change and stuff like that, so I don't know for sure.
Oh, it was a while ago. It was like 2011. I'm sure you may have wrote it. I don't know, in recent.
So I went before, and then I went again recently. So I would have seen before and after. I must have not noticed it though. But I would say the one thing, and I agree with you on the Disney World, Disneyland thing. Disneyland is superior in my opinion too. S tier. And the Disney World though, they call it something like bobsleds or something like that, or
yeah, Matterhorn bobsleds.
That's
yes.
what, yeah.
When it gets to that part where the track is like broken down because the Yeti destroyed it. Yes, that one is pretty badass.
I will give it that. I think that's probably the one cool thing that I like about the Matterhorn versus the other one, is that segment there, especially when you go back and you fly back, and especially when you don't know what's going to happen to. One of the coolest moments ever. And
Disney World definitely does rides better, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Avatar Flight of Passage. Have you been on that one?
Yes, or Space. What was it? There's Test Track at Epcot, and then there's the one next to it where you're trying to work as a team to get a shuttle to land on the moon. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like you ever been to like those 4D movie things where like the thing moves and like there's bubbles and shit that shoot at you?
Yeah,
it's the same concept, but you're working as a team. It's like the Millennium Falcon ride at Star Wars Land.
I'm wondering if that might have been closed when I went there, because I don't recognize. I don't. That doesn't pop up in my head as one of the rides we went on. I wonder if that was closed or under construction when we were doing that when we went there last time, because we went in 2019 of August.
Actually, you know what? It might have been because they were actually. That's right. They're changing it now. They took that out and they're putting in Tron.
That's right. Yes. So Tron was in the building stages when we were there. So yeah. So that's probably what it is. For as far as we need a live stream vacated Disneyland. Hey mom, if this pops off, we doing it. That's the code. So as far as the so that actually Finn, welcome, by the way. Give me another thing that I kind of popped in my head is the Space Mountain. Space Mountain, when we were in, was it there? I think we were in, I'm 90%, we must have been in Disney World, but we were in the Magic Kingdom, and we had, like I said, we were in August, and so it was like, I mean, it was really early, but they still had their Mickey's haunted house thing or something like that. It was like their Halloween special or whatever it was. And they
did like bats and ghosts and stuff, right?
Yeah, kind of. They also overlay all of the rides too, and so they're different like rides essentially. So for instance, Space Mountain, which is I don't know if I think it almost ruined Space Mountain for me, because it's now I can't undo it. Like maybe I'll just have to close my eyes. But Space Mountain, pitch black, can't see nothing at all, not a single light on there. Like not even like the safety lights or anything like that. Like everything was completely off. They did a phenomenal job, and like you can just feel yourself whipping around like left and right.
Couldn't see a damn thing. Yeah,
totally. And no,
they did an overlay once where they partnered with Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it was like I don't know if you went to Disney World's Rock and Roller Coaster before. Remember that one?
Yes, that's
so
awesome.
that think of that in Space Mountain. Like you have like these crazy blue and red and green flashing lights, and like you're listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers as you're going through. Like, dude, it was so cool. So cool. Because it was practically it was like a lit up track. Like you could see everything inside Space Mountain while you were going through.
Yeah, no, the overlays on Space Mountain are definitely pretty awesome. Rock and Roller Coaster. I forgot about that. That's another ride, and like literally, like you can like go like this, and like as soon as that ride goes, you're like in your seat. There's no like,
Yeah, you can't.
you're like your face is going like exactly. Yeah, no, that was that was a good ride too. And then yeah, so for me, my personal favorite from all of them would be Disneyland's Thunder Mountain.
That's a good one.
I ride that thing like crazy amount of times when I was younger. I still do if I ever go there. But I think we used probably like half of our fast passes last time we went to Disneyland on that ride. It actually became Alyssa, my girlfriend's favorite, too, which helps out too. So we're both interested in doing it, getting on that ride. So, just going into the chat here is I see my mom also too put a message about how Extremely Goofy movie. So you said you watched that, right?
Oh yeah, great movie.
Yeah. So the Extremely Goofy movie was actually well, it still kind of is one of my favorite movies. And it's actually has a special place in my heart because I got chicken pox when I was younger, and I spent my whole time when I had chicken pox watching that movie, and definitely brought some comfort during that time. But yeah, no, love Disney. I'm eager, very eager to go back. I have mounds and mounds of Disney stories. Like I said, I've been very fortunate. Mom, you'll have to send me that picture, or yeah, if you can send me that picture of me wearing the goofy ears, I'll post in the Discord here because I think that'd be kind of funny. Yeah, no, and I see Becca mentioned that that your mom had recently shown her like about a month ago, so I'll have to get that picture set up. Have you ever been on Expedition Everest, the Yeti ride in Animal Kingdom? Yeah, so that's the one we're talking about. That's the one where so it maybe doesn't Matterhorn bobsled. I think is the Disneyland version.
Probably, yeah, I think so.
And I think Expedition Everest is the other one. So yeah, so that's
we had the names switched up. Yeah.
So, and that's no, it's that one's a phenomenal ride, one of the best rides there. And the Animal Kingdom, they do a really good job. There's so many great rides in Animal Kingdom. Probably I don't know if it'd be my favorite because the Magic Kingdom's a great one, but I think probably be a close second. Would be Animal Kingdom with the Flight of Passage, and I don't know, they're all really good. The one I didn't really click with too much. I still liked it, but I didn't click as much with it was Epcot.
Yeah, Epcot's more of like I would consider that more of an adult playground. Like it's more about food and beer, and it's still cool, but it's more about culture. It's not really about like rides and stuff.
That's the thing is like, I mean, it's cool and all, but like to me, it's meh. Like I mean, I don't know. It's not the most interesting thing. It's cool, like you said, but I'm a child. I'm ready for the rides. Give me the rides.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see here. What else we got here? We got a little, like I said, tangents are always welcome, and that's what went on there. And that's okay. I love talking Disney, so no problem with that. Any other time. All right, Breadcrumbs. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Appreciate you. If you haven't already, by the way, Breadcrumbs, we went and followed our boy. That's SethFPS. Exclamation mark.
They did.
Oh,
yeah, they've been following actually.
Perfect. Breadcrumbs is a loyal one. Breadcrumbs will be hanging out in the streams every so often. Mark my word. That's good though. That's awesome. Thanks for stopping by though, as well. Let's see here. What we got? How happy are you right now?
Yeah, happy. I'm doing what I love.
If you have to rate it, what do you say? Like let's say like it's we in the past have compared it to a cell phone battery. So as a percentage wise, what would you say would be your happiness if you had to rate it?
About 80.
Okay. Why do you say 80?
20%. Probably be going towards like time management. Sure. Like I'm shooting myself in the foot because I'm always on Cody's Discord or sleeping in, but being able to actually manage my time and do design work more often, get more hours of the stream in, just being the best I can be for other people. That's where I lack with that 20%.
Said, I love the follows. I love the subs. I love the donos. However, the most important thing to me is your guys' time and you guys being willing to spend your time and hang out with us throughout the streams. That is more important than anything to me. And you guys chatting, saying what's up, sending that love is awesome too. And things like that. Like you guys literally just spending your time and hanging out is good for me, and that's a big reason why I enjoy doing this. Ideally, I'd love to get a system where you guys don't have to pay a single dime, and I can continue doing this and be able to even maybe do this more often would be great too. And I'd love to talk to some sponsorships. If you guys have any hookups to sponsorships, let me know. Because I would love to see what you guys would be able to, what we could do. Because I ideally, thank you by the way, Fender, for the follow. After my spiel, but you don't need to. But thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, welcome. Is that we I lost my train of thought because I saw Fender join in, but welcome Fender. Is oh my goodness, I'm totally drawing a blank here. Yeah, time is very important, and we'll loop this back into your thing that you just said. Thank you, Mom. About how you said like you spend some of your time like messing around doing like playing games and stuff like that, and I struggle with that because with like me, I understand that fact of okay, you want to play video games, but also you got to work at some points, and I find myself where like Donovan, one of the best mods that you got there or that I got here, has kept me on track of kind of being able to do both, and yes sir I am, as being able to remind me when it's time to work, remind me when time to play, because sometimes I get caught up in doing either though. More often than not, it's working. I'm a workaholic and I love work.
Same.
Right? And what's it called? But I would say is the it's when I get stuck on games, or sometimes I get stuck on, excuse me, on work. To the point where I don't even play any games for like weeks on end. Like as you know, we've been playing Rocket League recently a lot. And I have not touched. I played Rocket League last night, but before that, I don't think I'd played in like 2 or 3 days. Like, I mean, like for someone who games, that's a long time.
Yeah, it gets you deprived too. It's like,
Yeah.
man, that's all I want to do.
Yeah, and
all I want to do.
Exactly, and so, yeah, no. And by the way, for anyone who plays Rocket League as well, we're hosting a tournament. !tourney. We'll get you that link there. You can sign up. We're giving away up to $500 USD. And so if you guys are interested, go hit that link that Donovan just posted in there. Go sign up. Bring a friend. Maybe some friends too, because the prize pot increases every single 30 teams that participate. So it's currently at $100. Every 30, we'll bump that up to $500. There's a 128 team limit. Then in mind, you're not getting that 128 team. You might be out of luck for it's totally free too, completely free, no buying at all. Make sure you get your sign up in quick here. It's July 3rd at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. Can you remember the last time you cried? What was the reason?
This is gonna sound petty, but last night, and it's too personal to talk about.
Okay, that's all good. No worries. Do you have a story that you have previous to that that you'd be willing to share? We're just gonna have a hydration,
yeah.
by the way, too. Before
Cool.
that, sorry.
I think like 2 years ago, prior to that, it's probably last time I cried. My cats, all 3 of them, died within a month.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah, and they were 2 of them weren't even old age. One died from cancer, one got run over, and the other one just died from old age.
Terrible. It's so hard losing a pet, and very heart-wrenching. But we got a lot of pet lovers in here. So you say 3 passed away?
Yeah, in a month.
That's terrible. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, no, I don't think anyone would be blaming you for crying over that. That's definitely a heart-wrenching feeling for losing any sort of pet, especially someone. You said that one was old age. Um, so with that is, I think, especially a pet that you've known for or you've had for a long time, and I'm sure with most pets, like I know you said you're what 23, right?
Yeah.
So that, I'm sure probably most of your life you've known that cat to be kind of around that house.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird
Yeah.
feel.
That cat too was very hesitant to hang with me for like 7 years too. Like it just didn't want anything to do with me. And then finally, kind of just wanted to, and then like eventually, I'd like start hanging out with it more, and like I would let it in my room, and like we had just basically formulated a bond, and then that's when it passed.
It's terrible. Yeah. In 2019, my dog Sawyer put down because he's having really bad hip problems, and I don't know, like I kind of relate to you in that sense of that I'm not much of a crier, like much at all. Like I kind of got that when you said like about 2 years ago. You said this is probably the last time. Aside from that, um, is that was one of the things is I was like, be a sociopath and not cry when my dog passes away. And like,
Right, because it makes you think that you're insensitive.
yeah,
or
that's the thing. It's like,
something.
and so I was kind of like worried, like leading up to like, because we set a date of when my dad had chosen that it was time because he didn't want the dog to suffer anymore, and um we were worried that he was going because my dad has a lot of stairs. We were worried that the dog was going to fall down the stairs and like just like paralyze himself or something worse, or you know what I mean. Like, and we didn't want to
Yeah.
ever find that happen. Like, he was going a little bit blind, so, so just it was becoming a really unsafe situation.
Mhm.
Old dog lived a great life. Um, it was just unfortunately his time, and I remember feeling like, oh my goodness, like I'm so I remember feeling like I was like, oh, like I mean, it didn't really hit me at first, and then once I was there at the house and it was becoming real, and like the vet, we were very fortunate to have the vet come to our house. It's like back in 2019, um and be able to do it there rather than in like a veterinarian's office. We were able to kind of mourn and grieve in our own like
Home.
place, yeah, which was really
Yeah.
nice. Um, if I ever have the ability to do that in the future, I mean, it's terrible to put down a pet at anything, but if I get the ability to be able to kind of choose a location, um, that would be the place I would do it. Is for sure would be in my own household because it's felt a lot more comfortable, more safe for the family. Bless you.
Okay.
And I know it was very peaceful, and it definitely gave me a ability to kind of say goodbye, and I'm glad I did it. Yeah, no, sobbing like a freaking baby, but I mean, of course, right? It's a pet.
Yeah.
For sure. Keeping on the topic. um, what is? Or hang on, sorry. How would you live out your remaining days if you found out that you only had like a week to live?
Um, I would probably gamble away all my money first, because I think that money is one becoming obsolete. I mean, don't get me wrong, we still live in a world where we definitely need it, but
Mhm.
with crypto on the rise, I think that it's becoming obsolete. And then, um, I would probably, I would probably just try and see if Disneyland would let me in for the entire week.
Hey man, doesn't sound like a bad week to me.
Like, I know it sounds like cliche coming from all this story about Disneyland, but it's true. Like, I love Disneyland that much.
Huh.
Do you kidding me? If I had the choice to die in Pirates of the Caribbean or die like, you know,
The scary thing is knowing like Disney lore probably wouldn't be the first one, which is kind of scary.
true.
Which, by the way, we gotta hydrate here too, as well from
Yeah,
Fender.
I already
Another
did
one.
it
Oh,
actually. Yep.
my bad. Let's go. I noticed. Yeah. So let's go. We had the two there. Nothing about me, Rip.
He
Becca,
would come. What are you talking about?
I was gonna say you. I'm sure you'd be right beside him on the ride. I may. If not, then I mean, maybe you're the one killing him. um, but I mean, pirates. Yeah. But yeah, no. Well, it didn't for a while there. I know it's not anymore, but I know for a while there they had a real skull on the top of the head, the headboard.
So it's partially a myth. It's they had teeth from a skull. They didn't have the actual skull, and it wasn't the skull from the guy that was showing his teeth. It was the teeth on the skull of the headboard. So you are partially correct.
I remember hearing that it was a donated, like it was something that had gone through research at I think UCLA. I could be totally wrong about that.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah, and that's I remember hearing something about that, but I never heard about the teeth thing. That's interesting. Yeah, I would love to leave in a week in Disneyland too, for sure. That'd be definitely a cool way to go. Pass away in the happiest place on earth. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'd be happy about that. And yeah, and like I said, unfortunately, weirdly enough, that probably won't be the first person.
Yeah.
But they keep it very, that stuff kind of quiet. They don't. That's not something they advertise, unfortunately. Or
That's actually a good question, though. What if you had to choose a ride to die on? Yeah.
Would it be like a scary ride or a peaceful ride? That's the question.
Any ride. I'd like.
Yeah. What about for you? Do you have one that pops in mind? And chat, this goes to you guys too. If you guys have any ones that you pick for a ride in Disneyland or Disney World or any theme park for that matter, actually. But I think Disneyland, if you can keep it there, would be ideal. Would be the one that you would, or like, what would be the final one if you got to choose?
I don't know.
You know, it's scary to think, and I just thought about this, popped in my head. We have already done something in our life that it's been the last time we'll ever do it again.
What do you mean?
Like, there's a chance that we will never do something again in our life that we've already or have already done. For instance, what we've done our last thing. So let's say you go to Japan. That's the first thing I pop in my head. And then you never go back. That's the last time you've ever gone to Japan. It's the final time you ever gone to Japan. And like, for instance, it's the same kind of concept as like the last time you ever turn off a video game. You're like, you never know that's the last time you turn off a video game, and that's
True. I see those vines, man. Like the when I see you again type vines, or not vines, but TikToks these days. Yeah, where it's like they play that song over like some guy signing off, like for the last time.
Oh, like I've seen the Minecraft ones. Yeah, I've seen the Minecraft ones where they bury themselves like 3 deep, where they can't get up again and they have no pickaxe or anything like that. And it's like,
no, not only that, just like the cliche ones. It's like, hey man, you gonna be on tomorrow? You're like, yeah, sure, man. And then they never come back. Like you just never think about it.
Those ones hit different. Do you have a ride that you can think of, or are you sticking with pirates?
No, actually, I got one. I would do fucking Haunted Mansion.
Interesting. Apparently, there's that's the word for it. The most common place that people try and spread acid is the Haunted Mansion. But they make it very clear on a lot of their things, if you look into it, is that a lot of the things they're swept up at night. Like if you're putting that, they're gonna end up in a dustbin at the end of the day. Like which is so like better not to during Halloween though. Ooh, Becca adding some spice to this idea. The miss me, yes, Peanut. We did miss you, DG Barcelona 5 years ago. That hits so hard. It's so true. Yeah, no, that's and welcome back, by the way, Red is too. Good to have you back. I would say as well too is for as far as Disney, which ride would I want to pass away on? I don't know. I think it would have to be something peaceful. You know what? I mean, I'm gonna get some flack for this one.
You're gonna pick Small World, aren't you?
Yep, because it's peaceful, but it's also like, I mean, hey man.
Let's just hypothetically say you become a spirit after you die.
Yeah.
Do you realize how sick and tired you're gonna get of that song?
Yeah, no, I mean, hey man, it's already stuck in my head 24/7, so I mean, it's not far off. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. What? Hang on.
It is. Yeah, it is actually, Mama.
I didn't know that. I got to educate myself a little better. I knew there were some things in Splash Mountain that was a little bit racist. So maybe I got to hang on. I'm gonna change my answer then, knowing that, because hang on. I don't want to. That's not how the way I want to go out. And I'm not gonna be the one who's ignorant. Not after talking about earlier conversations. Yeah, just before I go, I reselect my new one. My mom did get caught in a dune buggy for 30 minutes as the ride broke down when I was younger. And
No way.
And fun little fact is that I was when I was younger, I literally was in that ride with my mom. Sorry, my mom, my dad, this is before they were divorced, which there's not going to be many stories of that. My mom, my dad, my sister, and me were all on this ride. My sister was very young. I don't even know how old. I'm sure my mom would have remembered. And my sister started freaking out, crying, like right as they were like like we as soon as we entered the doors. And so my dad got kind of like got a hold of one attendants, and he was like, "We got to get off." So I think this my sister, and so to save everyone's ears, my dad and sister left, and I saw that. And looking back, it probably was anxiety, and I was like, "Nope, I'm out too." And as the doors, like the doors on haunted mansions are closed down,
Yeah.
I popped out underneath the door, like slid underneath the door, and gone, and left my mom all by herself.
Uh,
And sprinted out and left the ride completely, like gone, like bye bye, see you later, have fun. She was 18 months old, so yeah, she was very very young, and
wow.
I pieced out, and we watched people coming down Splash Mountain for 30 minutes, and my mom got stuck on that ride, and like, I mean, I probably would have been fucking traumatized if that broke down on me because I was already terrified already. It's one of my favorite rides now. It's definitely up there on the top list of rides that I like going on. It's not my top ride, but I definitely do. Ooh, Peanutty, you said Ferris wheel. Wait, hang on, wait. I'm actually really scared of Ferris wheel. Oh, I was thinking about maybe Ferris wheel for the final one. Um, yeah. The question for the chat, by the way, is what is the ride that you would like to, if you got to choose a ride that you would like to just like pass away and decease in? What would be the ride that you would pick? I think I don't know. This like first off, I don't know if I'd go for a thrill ride, but that's what I enjoy.
hmm
So part of me is like leaning towards something.
Well,
I mean,
let's. I think the reason why you're saying not a through ride is because everyone goes with the notion of, okay, if you die on this ride, it's because you fell off or you went at a 200 high speed. Like you think of a crazy death, but let's just say no matter what the ride, you just up and die. You don't like you don't break your neck. You don't like have your seatbelt like ripped off. Like nothing crazy. You just die, right? So any ride.
I would say I got two. I got one for each of the parks that I've been to. So Disney World and Disneyland. For Disney World, we'll start off with that one because I mean that's not the biggest one. It would be if I got to choose Disney World, it'd be the Navi River ride from
Okay.
Avatar. Such a beautiful ride. I think that would be it's so beautiful. It's just one of those ones that if you've been on it, you'll know what I mean. It's just got some beautiful colors, beautiful animations, beautiful all around. Avatar, one of the I'll probably say probably one of the best movies I think I've seen from Disney. Or like kind of like a Disney movie, I would say. Um, just based off of how beautifully like designed the Avatar world is and the idea of it. And I'm not
Okay.
much of a sci-fi person at all, too, which is that's why I think I'm also more. Disneyland. I think I gotta go with my favorite. I think I gotta go with Thunder Mountain because I think that like, as much as it's that, I think that would be I'd be having the most fun, the happiest. It always provided me a lot. Like I've always had fun with that. Yeah, Bender. By the way, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. Hope to see you back very soon.
I would do Haunted Mansion just because I haunt the shit out of people.
He's spooky. You be sitting in the doom buggies. For living out your days. That's a good one though. Let's see here what we got here. What is the most embarrassing thing that you've done for someone that you love?
um, I don't know.
Becca, you can answer this too if you'd like.
Just embarrassing thing.
Yeah. We'll do something weird. We'll do something crazy for the people we love. It doesn't have to be a girlfriend. It could also be a family member too, but yeah, but or even maybe even a pet. Someone that you love. Or I guess
I really don't have any embarrassing moments actually. Like I can't think of any off the top of my head. Everything I do is like socially acceptable. So
can you confirm that, Becca? To be honest, I feel like it doesn't do anything that weird. Okay, all right. All right, I'll give you a buy on this one. But we'll keep on the topic of love. Is what does love mean to you?
love means this is a weird subject. It just means that you want to spend the rest of your life with that person. You want to like, or if we're talking about like, you know, an actual relationship, that's what I think it means. It means someone that you can definitely confide in yourself, that you know that you want to be with this person every day, even through painful times. So that to me is love.
I like that. I like that. Painful times like when you go out for a late bite to eat and your tire pops. Sorry, did that hit too close to home? um, have you, by the way, have you been able to get anything started for that? Fixing of those or not? Yeah, because I know you went
Yeah,
on
they're
vacation.
already fixed. They're already fixed.
Oh, that's awesome. That fast. Wow, that was quick. Okay, that's good. That's awesome. How much that put you out?
It was so stupid. I looked. So we have a place here called Discount Tire, and the tires I was looking at, they were like $47 a pop. I was like, this is a steal. And it said they were in stock. It said they fit my car, everything. So I was like, this sounds dope. Like I'm gonna get 4 of these, right? I'll even install myself. That's what I was gonna do. So my dad actually went and did it for me. This is where I kind of got skeptical. My dad went and did it because I was streaming, and actually no, because I was out of town. And went there and he said, "Oh, that tire doesn't fit. Like this is the tire and it's like $90 a pop." I'm like, "Okay. How are you gonna tell me it doesn't fit when your website says it fits?" Like very stupid. So I ended up only buying 2 tires because I'm not trying to spend $500 on 4 tires when I should have only paid like $250.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because you said what? It was like $75. You said.
Yeah.
That would have been. Yeah. That would have been a steal had you gotten that.
Well, it said that's the weird thing. It said that they had 11 in stock. I put in my exact car model. It said it fit. So I was like, okay, cool.
That's weird. It's too bad that you weren't there because you probably could just show them the site and be like, hey, like look, like that's on your site.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I took a picture of it and sent it to my dad too. I was like, really? Like they don't have this? It says it right here.
So that's how they get you. They get you in the door, and then they're like, we don't have it,
Yep.
but we have this one that's just as good, and it's only $10 more.
Yeah.
You're like,
Not including labor though.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. We also charge a tax for things.
Yeah. And then there's also the government tax, and then there's also the service fee, and then there's also like.
Hey man, we're in the wrong business.
Right.
What do you were actually? I can switch it here. I was gonna do one, but I'm gonna do the other one instead. I mean, actually, we might do both here, but I'm gonna start with the first one here. If you died tonight on the Haunted Mansion ride, what would you regret not doing?
Probably trying to take my acting career to new heights. I had an agency and I stopped doing it because of streaming. To plain and simple. I just wanted to pursue streaming more, and if streaming doesn't work out, acting could have been a thing. I was like really highly praised in my agency. I did I have IMDb credit. I was pretty up there at the time. I'd stopped just because I wanted to pursue streaming.
Go check that out and see see that IMDb page. That's pretty cool though. I think if you're happy with what you're doing and you said you were, I mean, it's definitely a cool thing that's done, but I think I mean, hey, it's never too late to start. So if you ever find that maybe some road happens and you end up maybe streaming and doing acting and on the side or something like that. Stuff you like to do, and or maybe that's what this turns into. You get to act in some sort of fashion, and maybe that's what your stream turns into. Amazing in itself.
Yeah.
What do you regret doing in life?
Not being consistently has something to do with my old car. I had a really nice Charger back in the day, and I wasn't too mindful of taking care of it. I took care of it, but I know I could have done better. That's a regret, for sure, regret of mine. But everything that happened with that car, man, it was everyone else's fault. It really was. Like anytime I took it to a mechanic, they always try to fuck me over, which they always ended up fucking me over. That's the problem with sports cars, man. It sucks.
You have money, and so they just start pulling you from it. Yeah.
Yep. That and probably not spending as much time with my grandpa. He's still around. It's just I feel like I haven't spent much time with him. He's a cool dude.
Do that. I think what's called you. This tattoo here on my wrist here. It's a paper airplane. That's from my grandfather.
Okay.
I was unfortunate that he passed away at a very young age. I think he was, I believe if I'm right, he was 67 years old. He was
Oh, wow.
he was a young dude. And I will say to this day, he was probably my best friend growing up. I struggled because I moved to a couple schools when I was younger, and I struggled to kind of make friends. I was an undiagnosed ADHD kid, um, and very, very, very hyperactive. And as a kid, that can come off as weird if you don't understand that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky to be able to make friends now very easily, what I would say. And I think I obviously choose my group very carefully now of the people that I keep myself around, because I think like you said earlier, you're a product of your environment, and I don't want to be a product of being um pretending he has friends now. Shut up, Donovan. Um, is that you turn into kind of what you have around you.
Mhm.
And I think with the streaming things, it's so easy to kind of get lazy and do something like not being people with it, just play games, or even like, I mean, just stream is another thing that would also be kind of toxic. Is you're just getting yourself in, you're falling into this like tunnel of just the same old things. Is being able to have a balance and find those friends who remind you to balance yourself out, and with whatever it may be. Who, yeah, he was in his early 60s. Yeah, so um yeah, no, and so as far as going back to kind of my grandfather comment that I said is, the tattoo was for him because we always used to, the couple things we used to do. Um, First was photography, which hopefully I don't pull this out of my computer. Oh, good. Photography. So I'm a big, I don't do photography as much anymore. However, with these TikToks qualities that I don't love, I might be getting back into a little bit more with at least video editing as far as that. Um, we
Nice.
did. He was a big Lego guy, as you said earlier, is near and dear to your heart. So me too.
Yes.
That might be one of the next tattoos I get. I am currently trying to save. I'm not actively saving, but I'm trying to save for a big sleeve piece. Um, but I would love to get a Lego man on my ankle. Um, I have a tattoo already on my ankle, and I would love to just fill up my ankles on each side, all four, and do those. And then um, the the last thing that he did is we also used to throw paper airplanes off of his back deck. That was like
Okay.
one of those core memories that I always think of is him and I sitting there throwing paper airplanes off his deck. That's what I got. Oh, I'm sorry, I just hit the mic. I'm sorry, chat. But I have this. Let me see. I have a paper airplane,
That's it.
which is a kind of a nod to my grandfather passing away from cancer when I was in grade 3. I don't know what that put me at age, but I was young, and that was like the first loss I had to put up with, and something that probably the last time I cried was thinking about my grandfather, and it's definitely something that makes me emotional because I wish he could see kind of what I am today, passed away so early, as well as I'm throwing pens now, as well as being able to meet my girlfriend. That's one thing that I wish he could have done. I wish he could have met the amazing person that I've met. Um, Something that I think about a lot, and that's one of the things that probably makes me most sad is I wish you could kind of see me. And I know he's looking down on me and all that stuff, but I'd love to be able to kind of see his reaction in person. I think that'd be very
Right.
special. I'd do anything to see that. Um, yeah. So yeah, no, it's kind of on my long-winded version of saying go hang out with your grandpa because as you said, I'm sure he's a cool dude. He's probably got some amazing stories, I'm sure too, in his years, and so you know it's
He lives right across the street from Disneyland. So
yo
anytime anytime that we go to Disneyland, I usually stay with him and
sick.
instead of buying a hotel.
Really sick. That's really sick. Well, hey, I mean, I'll hang out with your grandpa too.
He
I'll buy the Disneyland tickets if he wants to come with us too.
actually hates it. He hates it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
And
hilarious.
he usually never goes
That's funny.
either. He just has no interest.
To be fair though, it's probably like going in the pantry for food, and like, oh, like it's not as interesting anymore because it's
Right,
right
'cause
there.
that's right there. He'll go into like the downtown district and get like food and stuff, but he won't go in.
It's also very expensive, and I'm sure when he's trying to fall asleep, he's probably hearing the fireworks go off. Dude.
We've asked him too in the past, like, how does he deal with the fireworks? And he's like, I don't hear him. Like, it's so second nature to him that he doesn't even phase him. Yeah.
I mean, I guess like that's the same thing as like people who live by like a train or something like that. You just kind of tune them out after a while.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny though. It's expected, but that's kind of funny that he said that. So it's probably good though. That he doesn't have to like consistently hear
Right.
off in the background. We are, just so you guys know, getting closer to the end here. We do have a couple more questions, so I don't want you guys to go anywhere too quick. However, if you're gonna go anywhere, !! guest. Go there, go follow Seth and his on his Twitch channel. He will be streaming it later today, as well as go follow him on Twitter and go check out that his website. I was gonna say URL, but that kind of sounded weird. ! guest. I'll post it in the chat for you guys this time. Go hit up Seth on all of those like there. You won't be upset about your choice in doing so. Along with that, we're gonna get the last couple of questions here. Let's see what we got here. I know someone asked about $1 million.
Yeah, I did see that.
I'm gonna question it a little bit differently. What are 3 things? So this is not like money. This might not have anything to do with money. But what is 3 things that are on your bucket list?
Bucket list. I want to visit the most haunted place in the world, for sure.
Okay.
I want to like stay the night there. I want to experience it.
Is there something that is a place that comes to mind?
Yes, it's called Dudley Town. It's in God, it's in a blocked off, like, they legit, the craziest thing, like, most people that think of like haunted places are abandoned places, right? Well, this place was so bad that they had to close off a section of the forest and no one is allowed in. Like, people break in. There was a video that I can't find anymore. Dude, blows my mind. I can't find anymore. I know this is kind of getting into skepticism, but it's true. I found a video circulating when I first discovered about Dudley Town, and I looked on YouTube and I found this video of a guy that got into the place, and they have like this. It's an old, like, I want to say 1800s, like Amish type of community town, right? So think like super old buildings, right? Like all made out of wood and stuff. They have this building there. It's a church, super small. Okay. They go into this building and the piano's playing by itself. No one is around the piano. And they go close as heck to the piano. It's still playing. So like, okay, that's kind of weird. Then they hear like footsteps around the perimeter of the building. So they hide because they're not supposed to be there. They think maybe it's the cops that are like, patrolling the thing. They go into the supply closet and they like full figure just sitting there, like in the supply closet. They fucking book it out. There's no one in sight when they leave the building. Like, I want to go so bad. Like,
see, Becca, this is why we do this. Is for I play piano. That's the Becca, this is why we do this. We find out things that might not come up in most conversations, and I'm glad you're finding out something about Seth, because I mean this is part of why we do this. Is the interest is to me and also to you guys, the people who've been around for a while, that might find out something that you might not know before. And I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny. I mean, Becca, I don't know if he's dragging you into this too, but or not. But
oh no, you're coming. No, we're both big like ghost things. So here in Vegas, we have a museum dedicated to supernatural, and it's Zach Bagans. I don't know if you've ever watched Discovery Channel, but Zach Bagans, he's like the host of the show called Ghost Adventures. Kind of a cliche show these days, but the museum it holds all the artifacts he's collected over the years.
So cool.
And even notorious artifacts. Like they had for like a week. They had the Annabelle doll, the actual Annabelle doll. They had the bus for like the bus for like a doctor that would help assist suicides, and he
Mm,
like and he got charged with murder counts
course,
for
of
that.
course.
'Cause- Yeah. But like, and it was like, I don't know. The way I see it was like, if they want to commit and he's doing is helping them, like they sign off on it. I feel like that's their call, but whatever.
Yeah, runs a line for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, and then like they have all these artifacts, but one room I had an experience with. It was a room about a serial killer that would like kill and rape boys. And they had like in a glass case they had the bed that he would like tie them to stuff, and they also had like all around the wall like stuff about him, like the news catalogs and stuff. And in this room I was sitting there, and it's a tour, like they guide you as a tourist, so there's like 13 other people with me plus the tour guide, and they had already left to the other room, which I didn't know about. I was still reading the news, and kid you not, while I'm sitting there reading, like a big ass, like you could feel like how big the size of the hand was, pretty big, grabbed my ass, like full on like grip. And I was like, the fuck? And no one else is in the room. Like, I booked the fuck out of there. I was like, yeah, I'm done. Like,
Oh my god, that's creepy.
yeah, super, super weird.
Oh.
Like, I did the rest of the tour, but it like that room, I was like, yeah.
And that one, yeah, no kidding. If you're ever in Vegas, you go to the Supernatural Museum. Stay away from that. Man got filled up by a fucking
No,
ghost.
seriously, I'm not kidding you. Like,
That's
you could
almost
feel
that's traumatizing a little bit.
yeah.
Well, actually, not a little bit. That's really traumatizing. That's terrifying.
So that's number one on the bucket list for sure. Is
Okay.
try and visit the most haunted place. If not Dudleytown, because I mean that sounds hard as balls since it's already closed off and military grade and shit like that. Then probably what's it called? It's the place where J.K. Rowling found her inspiration for Harry Potter. It's a graveyard. Can't remember what it's called, but it's in Greyfriars. Greyfriars Kirkyard is is like one of the most notorious burial grounds. Like before it was a graveyard, it was it was a jail where they would mass murder all their prisoners. It was like, and then before that, it was a burial ground for the bubonic plague. Like and like
Yes.
so much history for that place. It's disgusting.
Okay, so that's the second one. You got a third one?
No,
there?
that's the first one.
They're
If Dudley
together.
Town's close.
Okay. Oh, I like this. Okay, yeah, you're saving your spots. I get it. No, it's all good.
Like that's like
Save
the
your spots. I'm okay with that. I have no problem with that at all.
two would probably be
With an idea for next month. Does that mean you're going to a haunted place? I feel like this is the idea.
like it's funny. So her parents live in Reno.
Yeah.
And we do pass by a notoriously haunted place every time we have to take the drive.
Yeah.
And we've stopped there once, and it sucks because it's close to the public. Like they rarely even do private tours.
Huh.
It sucks, but it's super notorious. Like in the show Ghost Adventures, they went there for an episode, and like there was a part that's super notorious on the show where a brick, like a full-on brick, went from one side of the room to the other by itself. Like,
Yeah.
and it like flipped in an odd way. So it wasn't like it was being carried by a string or like someone threw it through green screen. Like the way it was contortionized and thrown, it
just like it rolled.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But anyways, off topic. Second one. Bucket list probably be
Goldfield.
That's the Goldfield Hotel. It's the location.
Oh, okay.
Probably to visit Japan. Never been.
That's a reoccurring theme on here. Same for me, by the way, too. It's something I would love to go to. I want to see the culture.
Japan seems so cool.
Yeah.
Japan, like, there's so much about Japan. And then thirdly, it would probably be
Pretty sure there's a Disney there too, by the way.
There is. There's Hong Kong, and then there's I think it's this Disney Sea,
Yeah,
which is like it's one of the most beautiful Disney
I've heard.
places I've ever seen. Like picture wise, even it's crazy. Third one would probably be because I don't have a bucket list, so
But it's supposed to make you think. That's the whole
I
point of
know.
these questions. Yeah, no, I think Japan's a good one though, because Japan is so culturally rich and
Yeah,
interesting. Like for me, I would
yes.
love to see what it's like, and
It's so diverse compared to every other place.
every person that I've talked to that has been to Japan has told me something along the lines of you need to go, you need to experience it for yourself. It's like so amazing culturally. So
Probably just I think again, I know it's not about numbers, but it would definitely be a honor to have probably to hit 1 million followers in some category.
if you had to choose, what category would you select?
Probably Twitch.
Okay, nice. There you go. There's the 3 bucket list there. That was good. As I said, tangents always welcome. I like the haunted tangent. Not for me, but I'll live vicariously through you on these adventures you go through. And hey, man, if you want to stream those, I'd be happy to watch.
There's a great content creator on YouTube that does like he goes in. This guy's got balls, man. Like he goes into like the most fucked up places. Like, and not even just for the factor of ghosts. Like he goes into places like he should not be in. Like he'll go into like military places and he'll he. Oh my god, he's insane. His thing is exploring with Josh. He's great. He's a little bit too much of himself, but the content he does push out is pretty fucking awesome. It's crazy what this guy goes to such lengths to do.
The only thing I've watched would be what's his name? Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank to his name right now. Ryan and Shane. They're from a network. I'm trying to think of the network. I think they've actually just been released. Maybe like it's I want to say BuzzFeed, but I could be totally wrong about that. They do like mysterious like stories or mystery stories.
Oh yes, I actually just recently found them too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was drawing a blank for a second. No, I know them, or not know them, but I
know of their stuff.
know of
Yeah.
them. Yes.
So I my girlfriend got me into their stuff, and just like such good content.
Yes.
And it's just like super.
Did you ever watch their episode on oh my god, I can't remember the place, but it's an old
describe it to me because I'm not going to be knowing places names anyways.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember the name. It's got numbers in its name. It's about a prison that China would experiment people with.
Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah.
It's like prison or cell 472 or something like that. I can't remember.
I recognize the thing. Yeah. No.
Yeah, dude, brutal. Like, oh my god, I thought like the Holocaust was bad, man. Like, this is the stuff they would do to people.
Yeah, no, there's some crazy stories and those stuff. And Brian and Shane and Saul.
Yes.
That's what it is. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, true crime. It's actually Unsolved Mysteries. Actually, I believe it is. Because it's the true crime is the one where they do about events of like mobs and stuff like that, which is still a good one. However, maybe actually is true crimes. I don't know. I feel like it's Unsolved Mysteries, though.
Well, sure. I know they do crime stuff. Like they did stuff with like Jack the Ripper and stuff like that.
Yeah. So like the one thing that totally like interests me is the Zodiac Killer, like things like that.
Oh yeah.
Like all the movies on that stuff too is like I'm totally like I find it so like I mean it's terrible. Don't get me wrong, but it's
still interesting to put like the mindset. I totally get the philosophy behind it.
Not to make it like oh
my god, this is something I want to do. No.
Yeah, exactly. Not to add like kind of an interest to anyone or for anyone ever to do it, but I think and even now is like I mean if you were to I think if anyone was to do it, it's the technology is so much better now that I think it would never
it'd be hard to.
Yeah, it would never happen again. I don't think, and I think that's why it's so interesting to me is because just because a couple of people messed up, there's a pretty interesting story behind it and
yeah, like how he went so long without getting captured.
It's insane. Like it's so crazy and so
like there's also the Night Stalker too. Did you watch the series on Netflix about that guy?
What is it about?
Richard Ramirez is the guy's name. It's another serial killer that would just not serial killer per se. Like he did kill people, but it was more just sexual encounters. A guy in California, like during the 60s, that would just like the cops got so close multiple times to catching this guy. Like they'd be in the same building type
Oh
situation.
my goodness.
Yeah.
No. I haven't seen that one. When you said that, I thought of it's called like Night Walker or something like that. It's called.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that's the movie of the person who goes and films all the news highlights.
Oh yeah. That's with
Jake
what's his
Gyllenhaal.
name? Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a great movie.
There's a streamer that I recently followed, like maybe a year back, who I kid you not is spitting image of Jake Gyllenhaal. It's so weird. Like he looks exactly like him. I always bug him about it too, and he gets so mad when I bring it up.
I mean, he's a good look. Jake Gyllenhaal's a good looking
dude. Yeah.
Like, what is he mad about? I mean, unless there's something personalized that he doesn't like about him, but yeah. The town I lived in has some shit after serial killer from around here called the Poughkeepsie tapes. Ah, interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, and I was talking to this the other day too, is about this after Annabelle Can Never Switch Sleep Same. Hi Puma, how's it going? I would say though, is as bad as it sounds, I am confident. So just a little history, kind of what's going on in my city is there's been a plethora, too many people that have gone missing in the past since January. And it worries me that there is I'm very confident that it is one person, like a singular person that's continues to doing it. And I think in a couple more years we're going to find out that there was some sort of like serial killer that lived around here, which is terrifying and scary. But it's just it's very scary, especially it's targeting women more than anything, and that scares me because the closest people in my family are women: my mom, my sister, my girlfriend, my girlfriend's mom too. To add on to that terrifies me too. And so whenever I can make sure that I'm around, I try to for things like that. What's this? The house where he kept his victim, it's actually like around the corner, like 2 blocks from me. Wow. We talked about fucking serial killers off my ass. It's been well though. How you've been, Pax? I've been good, Puma. Nice to talk to you. Yeah, I don't know. We took a kind of weird turn of talking about bucket list items.
It's about bucket list. Yeah.
Yeah. So the bucket list was not to kill anyone, just so we're clear.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a skeptic. That's for sure. I just love everything. Like it fascinates me, dude. It's a whole new other world. Like they live on a different dimension, like ghosts and spirits and demonic entities or whatnot, or serial killers that are no longer around. Like their whole world is a different spectrum that we still to this day can't really fully comprehend. So
I have an add-on to that too, and everyone here, if you're here, put on your tinfoil hats because this is about to get very, very conspiracy-wise, and it's not even conspiracy; it's just something I've thought about, and I don't know why. And it happened when I was in high school. So, I'll give you guys a second to grab your tinfoil hats and pop them on there. But I had this feeling, and I'm sure you can probably relate to this in some sort of thing past the statement that you just said. What if there was like another dimension in the fact where and I don't know why this, but every time this hit me is when I was in the washroom of my high school and I was peeing in the urinal. And this would click with me. Like, what if I'm peeing on someone? And like, what if we were in a different dimension and maybe they can see us, but we can't see them? And or just we're in a totally different dimension where they're I'm there. Maybe someone's peeing at the same time I'm peeing in the same urinal. It was just one of those things that I don't know. Like it always kind of popped in my head. It was the most stupidest thing ever, like in my opinion. Like, but I was just like I got so stuck on it.
That's the whole point of a conspiracy theory, man. Like it could start off as like just an idea, but then people really start taking fruition of like, wait a minute. I mean, this might actually be possible. They haven't really researched into it. It could be a thing. Like you don't know. Like there's the show called The Good Place, which is about hell and heaven, but there is no there is a heaven, but the way of getting in is so hard. You have to basically be the perfect thing. Like they rarely let people in. So hell is like this oh, like everyone's there basically.
Mm.
And I know like that's kind of like what the TV propaganda has with heaven and hell. Hell is like this infested place in comparison to hell, but like, or in comparison to heaven. But the way that this show interprets it, there was a kid who, like, out of everyone in their entire lives throughout the entire history of human civilization, this one kid got the closest to getting the entire idea right while he was high.
Of course. Yeah, no, I've seen a couple episodes of that. My girlfriend watched it through, and it's definitely a good one because it's got some comedy in it too. It's pretty
Yeah.
quick humor. But yeah, no, and so I think as far as like skeptics things like that, we could go on for hours and tinfoil hats all around. But yeah, no, there's definitely some interesting conspiracies and some that like doesn't push too far off. Some that are like you've totally lost me. Yeah, and then you have like the aliens sitting above us going, stupid, like like above us.
Not getting this, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So, which I mean, in itself could technically be a conspiracy as well. But no, what's that game that came out? And it's a bunch of planets, and you can go from planet to planet. Sorry?
Spore?
No, it's it's space something, I think. And you're basically you're an astronaut. You basically go from planet to planet.
Space cadet.
Here, hang on, let me open up my Xbox Game Pass.
Steam, right?
Well, yes, it's on everything I think now, but I play it on Xbox. It's currently on the Game Pass right now. This is not a promotion for Xbox, but
In Space Engineers.
No.
Or Kerbal Space Program.
No. That's not
Really?
it. Hang on, I popped up. Yeah, let me see here. It's gonna be on one of my first pages. I know it will be. Oh, and Xbox has frozen on my screen here. Hold on one sec. Okay. Is it?
Yeah, we did, Justin. Or at least I did.
Oh yes, thank you, Justin, for coming back. And your sister graduated. Awesome. Really awesome. Let me see here. Let me just do space. See what happens when I hit space. Space Among Us. Oh, not Among Us. What is the game? If anyone knows of a space game, hang on, I'm open up.
Pretty sure it is Kerbal because you play as an alien race on that one.
It's not, you don't play as space you don't play as a alien race. No Man's Sky. That's what it is.
Oh.
No Man's Sky. So No Man's Sky played about a year ago now. And yeah, around about a year ago. And that game had me thinking that with all the planets and universes and stuff like that, there's no chance we're alone. No chance.
No, dude. Yeah, you kidding me? Bro. The world is still, like, we are still exploring to this day. We only have as much knowledge as the sun and its light, right? So, like, we are still expanding. And the only reason why we're expanding is because we're drifting away from whenever the Big Bang happened. So, like, you can't tell me that we have not passed anything remote to civilization besides us. And on top of that, dude, we're actually, so after the Big Bang, you know how, like, okay, this blows my mind. Okay, think about this real quick. Okay, so when a star explodes, right, it goes supernova and then it turns into a black hole, right?
Yep.
Okay, like the Big Bang. How do you think that happened? Right? I mean, let's say hypothetically two rocks just collided with each other and created our universe as we know it, right?
Yeah.
Something had to have pushed that rock. Something had to have, like, there's always a probable cause to something. Like, what goes up must come down. The same law applies in space, ironically. When these rocks collided and created a massive explosion, right? It's gonna get sucked back in, is it not? Eventually, it's gonna go, like, and turn into another black hole or black mass, which we actually found scientific research through our most advanced later, Mom and Lisa.
Bye, Mom.
We recently found through research through one of our best telescopes. Actually, it was 18 telescopes that did this. They took pictures out into the farthest depths of space, past light, and there's actually scientific proof that there is a giant, and I mean enormous, black mass that everything is slowly, gradually getting pulled towards you. And they don't think that it's a black hole. They think that it's something else.
That's terrifying. By the way, Donovan, if you can write down for me to remind me to call my mom later. I want to make sure I don't forget that. But yeah, for sure, Mom. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out with us. Yeah, no, that's definitely that's something that's terrifying. Like that's
Yeah,
yeah, definitely scary.
because there's also like that scientist that had like the whole like how we evolve as a species like through layers of space, like the exploration stage, the uh materialization stage, like all whatever, I can't remember his name, but whatever that thing. Let's say hypothetically, level 4 was like using the sun as a form of energy for us to live, right? What do you think? Like, let's say that black mass is a spaceship or something, right?
Yeah.
What stage do you think that fucker's at? Like, what is he doing? He's consuming planets, dude. Like,
Yeah, no, that's scary. Cause well, keep in mind, my biggest thing is like my anxiety stems from like the unknown, and that's something that's unknown. But like I try and confront it in a way because it interests me in a little bit. Like there's certain things that interest me, and it like maybe it's anxiety from almost like excitement rather than scared. Some of it's definitely scared, but like maybe it's more of that because I think as far as like space stuff, I've never really been into space things before. However, like this conversation so yeah, definitely interests me. Like I'm definitely like eager to listen, learn, and like think about new things that challenge my perspective on things.
Yeah.
Because that's going to make me learn and grow in some sort of fashion, whether it be small or large. And thanks Puma, by the way, for for harassing me later. I appreciate it in advance. Let's see here, what else we got. Kind of on the humans thing. Are we as a force, are humans creative or destructive, and why do you think that?
no, they're bacteria. We are a form of bacteria. We are literally infesting the world. Think about it. We do the same exact thing that cockroaches do. The same exact thing that plankton do. Same exact thing that pretty much any living organism does on this planet. We just eat and eat and eat and waste and waste and waste. The only time that we're ever going to really go past that stage and be anything more than that is if we do get to a terraforming stage where we start looking into higher planets or using the sun as an energy, not just through solar. I'm talking like there's an actual terminology for this, and it's kind of where the Death Star stemmed its inspiration from. It was a scientific thought theory that eventually, if we can get through to this stage in civilization, that we would use almost a dome-like structure to suck the life out of a sun, to use it as raw material.
Hi Sam, by the way, welcome, man. Good to see you, buddy.
Yes, or no, that's is that demilitarized zone? No, what is that? Or
also with this thing too is I see Sam has recently started a podcast with another of our friends from the stream, CJ, or Chad the Deviant. It's drugs, he said. Drugs. DMT is drugs.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind.
All right, I didn't get it either, so it's fine. Yeah. So, yeah, welcome, Sam. Good to see you, buddy. Good to have you here. If there's anything I want to consume to steal its power, it's gone. Oh boy, what are you gonna do with all of that power? As Kanye West said at one point.
Dyson sphere is what it's called. Sorry.
Dyson sphere.
Yeah.
As you and Puma both said, we know nothing compared to like you will know and understand all knowledge of the universe, but sometimes ignorance is bliss. Sam, you haven't been here since the beginning, we can tell, because we were talking about how ignorance is a bad thing, in some fashion. But I mean, I understand that point of it, where it's like, honestly, like, there's some things I don't want to know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But there are also a lot of things that I do want to know that I'm interested in and like doing. But yeah, no, it's like, there was something Neil deGrasse Tyson put on TikTok. Someone asked him like, "What's this?" As a whatever, like a rocket scientist or whatever. There's a scientist of his caliber. What is the scariest thing that you've ever known? And he talked about how like one day like we literally in a flash could be gone, and like that's it. That's all.
Yeah.
Like,
and we'll never know too. Like, because there was a recent meteor that passed by us that looked like elongated, but that's because the way that the light perceived it through the telescope. That thing came so close to us, and we didn't know until it was already passed.
I mean, part of me, like, I don't know, part of me is kind of like, okay, I'm just like if that's it, that's it. There was, I realized I had a dream when I was younger, and like kind of going on to this in a sense, is that we hit, there was complete darkness, no power, no nothing, complete darkness. I'm sure there's a book about it. I think I was reading the book probably when I was younger, but there was completely nothing. It was just pitch black, and no light, no nothing. There was no moon, there was no sun, there was no energy, literally complete darkness. And like the only thing we really could do was like sleep. And it was like it was, I don't know why. I would have had this dream probably when I was like probably just like younger than probably like 12, 10, 10, 11, 12. Like I would have been really young. Like it was one of those like nightmares like, oh my god, I'm so glad that's not real. But I mean, we might not be far off, which is terrifying. Like,
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right, because that's the crazy thing, man. Like, you could literally just be at Disneyland one day, and then the next, like, the entire gravitational pull just collapses, and we all get sucked down.
Enzo, I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, and I think we talked about this a little bit on the last stream, is make what you have worth it, because you never know which day could be the last. And I mean, what
Yeah.
we talked about, like maybe you've already done some things that are the last things you've ever done, and make it worthwhile. Enjoy the journey, because it's something that I struggle with. Something that I wish I did better is enjoying the journey of things rather than trying to make it to the destination. Because it's so easy to get caught up in things and move so fast and continue on things so quickly, when there's a lot of things to, there's so many things that you can find the pleasure in doing when it's just something so simple as maybe it's just washing your hands, simple as something
Right.
dumb as that. Like you mean it can find some sort of simple thing, like maybe getting the dirt underneath your nails off or whatever it may be. um but yeah, let's see, we're gonna go to the wrap up here. We do have our last question, which we always ask, but I had one more that I saw here, and I don't, because I don't want to leave on too much of a weird note. Um, for that, and
Real quick. This is why I like. Hold on, I want to show you this. This is why I love Halo so much. You see my screen right now?
I do not. Give me 1 second.
Sorry.
Give me 1 second here, because I got to switch over to my main screen for 1 second. Just
Yeah, I apologize.
all good, all good. Are you good if I stream this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So,
switch back over.
talking about this, the Dyson sphere again.
Yeah.
Right here, picture of a Halo ring.
Huh.
It literally, like, they used inspiration from this guy's scientific research about a Halo ring.
That's crazy.
Like, it goes hand in hand, man. It's crazy.
Huh. That's so insane. There we go.
That's my desktop.
Got the big logo on there. Got to promote it. Give me 1 sec here. We'll switch over back to your screen there. There we go. Yeah, no. As far as the, no, it's something it's so crazy to me, that kind of world in that sense. And what I would say though is, kind of coming to the end here. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna shake off the conspiracy theorists. I mean, which is okay. It's always worth it here. However, we're going to have some fun. We're gonna have some fun at the end here. We're gonna ask the question that is most commonly asked near the end here too. We got a funny answer to that last one, so no pressure again. But what current trend makes no sense to you?
TikTok.
Okay, so similar one as the last one. What is TikTok making no sense to you?
I don't understand how people could have millions and millions of followers doing dumb shit that's not even original, and yet it doesn't translate to any other network that they have. I have a friend who actually, you know him, OG Phase Clips, the founder of Phase. He has almost 1 million followers on TikTok, and he posts every day, and he also promotes his other platforms on there every day. And he has not been able to keep the same consistency on TikTok as he does on his Twitch. So, like, his TikTok numbers is 1 million there, but only 13,000 in Twitch. Out, like, that makes zero sense to me. I feel like the platform is faking social interaction.
Yes.
And also information.
Yes and no. So this is what, for me personally, just saying, just so we're clear. personally, I say yes, but also no. So yes is I definitely you're totally right. You're bang on with that. The correlation of TikTok to other platforms is not as good as most other platforms are. There's a lot more carryover from every other platform in that sense, and it's definitely weird because you expect a million people, you'd expect for at least a good percentage of those people to go over to something else. It would make sense. But with how the For You page works and followers like not really being real, if that makes sense, like you kind of have the followers, but you don't really because they aside from them going to the follow tab, they're not going to see a lot of your stuff. And For You page, I mean, every once in a often you get it. However, you have certain um certain things that like will pop off, and this is why I say it's TikTok. There, it's yes and no because I've also seen some creators that can grow tremendously thanks to TikTok, and people who would never been seen otherwise without TikTok, and have been given a platform. Um, that have used it phenomenally. A really good example of someone that I've seen recently, and hopefully is a future guest, would be Call Me Chris, a BC born TikToker, and she does just kind of like skits and stuff like that and funny stuff. And it's created a whole thing. And then watching the translation go to Twitch, it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not a high percentage, but she's able to move them to different things and do certain things. And that's interesting in that sense. And you can basically create a brand off of TikTok and move it other places. I think Call of Duty usually does it best. Not saying it's the only one who does it only, but I'd say TikTok can be used in the right ways to do it. However, yes, the engagement part of it, it's hit or miss. But I will down this hill saying that it's worth it. And I think the one way that people will be able to translate this in the future, it's not going to happen right away, will be when TikTok finally closes its doors and says that's it. And I mean, that might not even happen in our lifetime, but look at Vine. Look at all the Vine creators. They all went somewhere else because they got pushed out of Vine because there wasn't a platform to post on, and people followed because they were hungry for those things. And no wonder TikTok popped off because people were looking for that instant gratification of 7-second videos as Vine was, in a different format. And look how many memes we got from Vine, and how many creators we got from Vine. Like, it's not maybe the best example, but look at, like, for instance, the Paul brothers. They both started on Vine. Like, they would not be the kind of this people
Ash
they
Greer,
are.
King Batch, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, all those guys.
Yeah, like all those. There's King Batch. Yeah, exactly. King Batch is another one that like you said. Like he started a whole acting career off of Vine.
Yeah.
That's an app. Like, and I think it kind of gives validity to people being able to kind of make a.
But that's my point, though, man. Like that's why it doesn't make sense to me. Because how can you, I mean, sorry to cut you off, but like how Vine was made prior to TikTok, and you have all these other guys that are finding amazing outlets for themselves after the fact, and even beforehand, during that, like during Vine's like success, they were still getting the same workflow on other platforms as long as they promoted it. TikTok, I have multiple friends that are in that boat where they don't. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, how could you have this many followers, or if you go on a live on TikTok and they're streaming to thousands of people on there, but when they switch on over to Twitch or YouTube or any other platform, or even just like say that they tweeted something, you get like 13 likes or like 13 viewers. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think in supplement it can definitely be used to grow a brand. Miller Bros, I'm interested. What company do you run? But as far as like TikTok, like it depends on what you're using and how you're using it. I mean, as far as like actual, like let's call them super fans, because that's at the end all kind of what people are striving to build. To build a brand, you need super fans that are dedicated, buy stuff, things like that, and bring this. What is unlock skins for in game? Okay, and like to be able to build a brand, you need those super fans, and TikTok doesn't create super fans commonly. It can, but it's not commonly to do that. Deep Home is one of my super fans. No, Deep Home is one of my super friends. The fan, like, it creates fans. So basically, like when we talk about someone, like, oh yeah, we know that person because of TikTok. Like, yeah, whatever. But it doesn't actually become like it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go buy every single thing of theirs because of that. And I don't know, like it's it's dependent on the person and their kind of following and how they run with it. But I don't know, like it's the for you page also doesn't make sense to me or many people from what I've heard. Which makes it a lot difficult too because it's not like an algorithm that you can beat like a YouTube algorithm or um, even Twitch in some sort of fashion. You can kind of rig the algorithm in a sense if you wanted to. It's getting a little saturated now because of everyone's trying to do the same thing on certain things, and you have to kind of be original. The only real trick to the algorithm right now is working hard and creating something that's going to beat out someone else. That's real Twitch content right now. Is like there's so many people in here that if you're not interesting and you're not a good gamer in some sort of fashion, you're not going to strive here. And yeah, no. So I think that's. But as far as like TikTok, like you can drop a potato on the floor and you can get a million likes, and I mean, it's just crazy.
Exactly. That also bothers the heck out of me too. The fact that people are doing fuck all for content, and yet they're getting millions and millions.
Hey man, that's comedy.
I guess.
It depends on the content though. Like literally, if we were saying someone dropping a potato on the floor, okay, I'd be probably a little cheesed. When I know that I spent like 4 hours on an edit and then it did flops and gets like
Yeah,
100 likes.
Nothing. Comparison. Yeah, it's like, man, I'm getting beat out by someone who's barely doing anything.
Like that part I get, but as far as a little cheesed, yeah. And then, but yeah, as far as like, I don't know, I'm confident that like push time. The thing is though, this is what TikTok wants though more than anything, of course, because it's a brand. They got to make their money. They got to have people using their platform. Is like my ideology is you keep on creating, eventually it'll hit. And I've heard so many creators say that on TikTok is eventually it'll hit. And then you can push it out elsewhere. I'm confident that it's a long run game. It's not an easy one. Like you can kind of get away with it in certain platforms where like when you have one big hit and you actually can make it. TikTok's not like that where you have to consistently continue on it. And I think you have one or two that goes off and pops off, and you look at the numbers from there and it's great. But when you look at it long haul, it doesn't always look great because most people, like you said, the people who aren't consistently funny aren't gonna matter. Like you mean like it's a one video, great, you got your million likes, have fun, see you later. Um, but it's the ones who can hold on to it and do really well. And there's a lot of TikTok streamers, I would say, that like people who made it on TikTok pushed over their brand to Twitch have done really well. Actually have a couple coming on the podcast soon, so I'll definitely be sure to ask them kind of what their thoughts are on conversion rates and stuff like that, because it's definitely an interesting ideology to me.
I'm not like, being ignorant about like TikTok. Like I have one, and in fact I recently gave the password away to all my mods so they could start posting on it. And like
good idea.
Yeah, exactly. Because I the only time that I'd ever really have time to post on it's on like Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully, with them being able to have full control over it, they'll just find the best highlights throughout the week and just kind of post them, get people involved that way. But like I said, I'm not totally against TikTok. It just doesn't make sense how that translates. It doesn't add up. Like, not only that too, but in fact, one of my TikToks too, like my first one that I posted only got like 200 likes, right? And I didn't promote it. I didn't do anything with the TikTok. Like I didn't do anything. Didn't use hashtags, nothing. Then my second TikTok, same thing. Didn't promote it, did nothing, but it got 3,000 views. So I'm like, well, why? Why did it get 3,000 views? I didn't do anything different. Like, same game, same like boring title, no hashtags, no promotion. Yet it got 3,000 views. Why?
I will say one thing I've noticed on TikTok and the algorithm. There's a lot of things I could talk about the algorithm that I could talk off stream too that I've learned. I'm not saying they're foolproof because I mean you go look at my TikTok, it's not the biggest TikTok you've ever seen. It's consistent. I'll give it that. But that's about it. It's very consistent on the thing. It's not where I want it to be, and I'm sure it'll grow. I'm not worried about that too much. However, it definitely puts a lot of pressure as a creator when you see a video that flops when you thought it was going to go viral in some sort of sense. And I mean, I got to stop thinking that way. I just got to think of just good. The word you think I'm looking for is confiscate. What? I thought you were talking to me. And then yeah, as far as the TikTok, one thing I've learned though is the first 3 to 15 videos, one usually pops off. And that's kind of like it's kind of a common theme. By the way, hi Rhodes, thank you for the host by the way too. Is like within the first the first 3 to 15, you're usually gonna get one that's gonna go at least over 1,000. And mine was exactly at 10, for instance. I've talked to streamers that are basically like, oh, like I haven't posted that much on it, I don't know what to do, sort of thing. Just if you put something that's, in your opinion, good content, it'll hit. It'll eventually hit. And the thing is, and it sucks because once that one hits, you have that peak, that high, and
Yeah.
it's not going to hit it for a little while again, and you're gonna have to work for it. And it's from what I've heard from people is that it's in the algorithm to mess with people.
You're doing great, Bren.
Thank you, AMC. It's in the algorithm to mess with people to get people to keep coming back. That they'll give them a dopamine hit and then they'll pull it out for them. They'll give them a dopamine hit and then they'll pull it out for them. Which must be hard, especially if your main platform is TikTok. Could you imagine that being like the thing you wake up one day and you're like making this content, which is like, I mean, you're putting hours and hours into, and it flops, like, and you got to sit with that. You're like, okay, what did I do wrong? And 9 times out of 10, it's not what you did wrong. It's just the algorithm decided not to push it that day, which is broken.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, and there's also that whole YouTube thing that's going on too. Like YouTube apparently is changing policy around where even the most notorious content creators are going to be losing a crap ton of money because they're changing the amount that you get paid for.
Oh, the
so
CPM, yeah.
Yeah, like before, if you were paid like $5,000 for a million views, you're actually only getting like 500 now. Like they're taking a full cut now. It's disgusting. I mean, granted, it's Google and YouTube. They do need to make money too, but like, if it's someone's job on the line, like
yeah, exactly. People could be losing money on this. That's why it's so important to get income coming from so many different places. And like, I mean, with me in this thing, I would ideally love so that you guys, like I can stay true to my word of that. I would love to do this, and time is more important than the money. Is to be able to get a sponsorship that comes in and be able to kind of help me support me in this way so that I can eventually maybe quit my job. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. And so I can do this full time and give you guys more content, more interesting things, more connections, more whatever it may be. By the way, Clouds, sorry, just because I saw it and I don't want to miss it. Thank you for the tourney, by the way, Seth. Is that there is still spots open. I don't know how many spots because I haven't been on the list today since I woke up. Because I literally woke up, wiped my eyes out, and then got on stream. Brushed my teeth too, don't worry. And so I don't know how many spots there is left. There was spots when I checked last night though, so I'm sure you're good. However, spots are filling up fast. They're getting faster and faster every day. So make sure you do not wait. Get if your friends are interested in anything. I saw that you're already in you're in the Discord, Clouds. I saw you signed up too. But if you have any friends that are signing up, make sure they get in signed up soon. They make sure you won't miss it. And I don't know if you saw, but today's prize pool, we have upped it now to $500 thanks to our sponsors, a Sleepy Wizard 404. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's the thing is like I'd love to get a sponsorship, be able to do this, and not have to worry about if people come in. So yeah, it makes it a lot easier for people to come in and just hang out, and not have to worry about like, well, but like, and if they want to support, that's great. But I don't have to worry about them having to come support. I can literally just have them vibe out here and hang out, like, and have companies that like I love and like love working with, be able to kind of fund this, and if they vibe with it, and that's, I mean, be ideal, it'd be great. So yeah, so I think that's gonna closely wrap us up here. We got one last question. I'm not gonna forget this because we asked this to every single guest. I think this is gonna hit even better because of the movie buff that you are. But our final question, as the ones who have been here around for will know what I'm about to ask. But if your life was a movie, what would the title be and why?
I think my chat would name it Sporks. Let's be honest here. I'd probably name it I don't know.
I love how people take this super seriously. No one's given me a bullshit answer for this one. I love that. I wouldn't actually deeply thought about it. I mean, like they're usually funny, but like it's always like a good answer.
I'm gonna go with a serious answer actually.
That's like
just because it has like a really big relation to my life. Probably gonna go with a Beatles title here. A Day in the Life. Just because I know it sounds cliche, but Beatles have had a very monumental impact in my life. So, and I used to play the lead role in that Cirque show. So there was a part where with the song A Day in the Life playing, like the mom of John Lennon died in a car accident, and like that kind of transpires around my life. I mean, my mom didn't die in a car crash or anything like that, but it's like it gives kind of a synopsis of what to expect if my life were a movie.
A day in the life. A day in the life of Seth FPS. We've just lived a day in the life with him for the past almost 4 hours now. We appreciate your time. As we do so, I'm going to give the floor to you in just a moment here as I go and find a person that we are going to raid today. So please, anything you'd like to shout out. Also, too, before I forget, !guest. That will give you all of Seth's links, anything that you need for him, anything you want to follow him on. Go hit his Twitch up. Go follow him on Twitch. It'll be definitely worth the follow. He is streaming later today, so go catch that as well. I'll be in there hanging out later today. But for now, the floor is yours.
Cool. Don't really have much to say per se. Just that I know I'm gonna be streaming later today. Probably gonna be playing some Valorant. I've tried, like we said earlier in the stream, I have a schedule that I'm gonna be going off of soon, hopefully. And the schedule basically states that today we're supposed to be playing Valorant, which I'm glad I'm giving it another try, because I got really upset at the game for giving me silver 1 after playing all 5 of my games, top fragging and diamond ladders. But God, what do I know?
Right.
Yeah. So definitely have to climb through the ranks again on that. I definitely want to get more into horror games too. I know Resident Evil Village came out recently. I did Biohazard run-throughs. I want to try Layers of Fear. That's gonna be great because there's a lot of jump scares in that game, from what I hear. Yeah, that's just pretty much it, man.
A lot of good games in the way. It sounds
Yeah.
like.
Yes, lots of playthroughs. A lot of early screams.
Okay, we look forward to that. There. What is welcome to the ranking system on the topic.
What do you think? What do you think, Noah? What do you think?
Right.
This is a guy I play it with.
Right. Sorry, I'm still going through and trying to find someone who can raid here. I thought I had someone, but they looks like they've been on break for a little while, so I want to make sure we have someone that's on there. Sorry, 1 second. I want to do it to someone who it would do well for, and who's going to help them. So that's why I want to make sure I get a good one. I'm trying to also find someone we haven't raided before too. I don't want to double up on the raids, you know. So let's see here. We're just gonna go all the way down here. Might go into some just chatting here and see if we can get any new friends in just chatting. Give me 1 sec. For you guys that are still hanging out here, !tourney. That'll give you the we're giving away $500. Going to someone. So I mean, and it's US dollars. You have to play a video game. You get it. It's not a bad deal if you ask me. Oh, it's so funny. I just passed by Metafish, a previous guest there. We have rated him already. That's the only reason I'm not doing it. I love the dude, but I think I've rated him twice now. And we want to try and meet someone new. Let's see here. We raid someone who's gonna be interesting. Let's see here. You guys have anyone that you think is interesting? Let me know their names in chat. I'd be open to.
I got one guy.
Sure.
He's playing Minecraft.
I mean, that's okay. Send me like theirs. You got face cam? Because that's one of the things I like to see with.
I'm actually checking right now because sometimes he has it off. I'm checking.
Let me see check here.
Zodius just says try. Okay.
That's really loud. Let's see here. What else we got?
He does.
Guys, can you send me the link in Discord? In PMs, I will see here. Because I think that'd be interesting to go and raid a homie, you know. Let's see if I can have anything to do, but I think we might go with yours. Might be loud. I'm sorry. That.
Any other free XP?
You know what? Let's go spread some love. I'm with it. Let's go say hi. His name is Patrick. We're gonna say hi to Patrick. Go spread some love. Say what's up. Tell him. So let him know. We hope he's having a good stream, and we're about to have some fun in there. If you got him, Send your Brandon finger guns to him. Show him some love. Actually, I don't even know if anyone has. If you guys should, yeah, you guys do have them. Go raid. We're about to raid here. Did I spelled that wrong, didn't I? Did I spell it wrong? It's not giving me any. Okay, you know what? We're gonna try this again. How did I mess that up? I don't know.
I don't know
how I did that. Hang on. Raid. Hello? Twitch? Anyone there? No? Okay. Oh, give me 1 second here. I gotta open up.
You just use slash. No, you do slash raid, bud.
Oh, is it? Oh, you know what? I'm just yeah, you know what? You're right. You're totally right. Yeah, you're right. That's why. Big dumb. There we go. Okay, so for all of you that are in here, oh, you know what? Y'all too fast. I just saw 7 and 7 already in there. Awesome. You guys are flying today. I would like to say thank you to all of you for coming in and hanging out with us today, whether it was for 2 minutes or for the whole time. If you guys haven't already, take care of that. Yes, $500 robot FPS. We're giving away $500 on Rocket League !tourney. We'll get you that link. You can also Discord. We'll get you in our Discord too if you want to make sure you get that link later at a later time. We're having a duo derby on July 3rd. So don't miss that. You want to be a part of that. It'll be a lot of fun. We look forward to having you guys all there. Go say what's up to the homie Bomber. Bomber? I hope it's Bomber.
Yeah, Bomber.
And say what's up, Robot. We're very excited to have you there. And yes, I would like to say thank you to you, Seth, for giving me your time, hanging out with me.
Of course, had a pleasure.
Your stream to me, and me getting to introduce and kind of get to know you, and as well as you guys to chat for coming and hang out with us today. So with that, I bid you adieu, and have fun in that raid, and go say what's up to Bomber for me. Peace out, guys.
Peace out, everyone.
you